What's up, guys? This is The Rise of Lord Master Starscream, and today I do have a guest. If you wish to introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. It's Nidus Prime.
Glad to have you on here. And today, I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I also had some scheduling issues myself, by the way, Nidus Prime. So, but anyways, and since there's been some leaks here and there about Transformers Rise of the Beast, and also me and Nidus Prime have been doing some speculations on some of the things that could possibly happen or possibly not happen in the movie. And I figure since this is the week that the movie will release, I figure why not just talk about it and put it on record and see who ends up or what ends up becoming true. And anyways, Anyways, is there anywhere you would like to start before if there's anything? Yeah.
I guess we could start out talking about the speculation about what would his character will be like, and other Terracons along with him.
Yeah. Well, with Scourge, and I know me and you talked about this, there have been rumors, and due to some of the leaks and also on the toy box, there has been hints that Scourge could be the Bayverse Optimus Prime, which I know a lot of people are becoming irritated about it, that they don't want this to be true. So I'm going to be honest. I honestly think that there's plenty of evidence that this could end up being the Bayverse Optimus Prime, even though there are some spoiler reviews out there. I have not seen or read any of the information on him, but I feel like there's plenty of evidence to prove that this is Bayverse Prime, but reformatted as Unicron. And anyways, go ahead if there's anything you want to say before I continue.
Now, I do have a theory that's been on my channel for a while, and that's relatively it's been getting a lot more notice as time went by, but I'm more on my new theory on Scourge is simply not just Optimus. I think of Scourge, when I look at him, he has a lot of similar parts to Optimus Prime and the Bayverse. But my theory was about the whole thing revolving around Scourge was that Unicron it was confirmed in the bio that he is a multiversal being. So I came to an assumption that Unicron is the same Unicron from the Michael Bay universe, and he defeated everyone in that universe, and he took the dead remains of the robots there and combined and created Scourge. And Scourge is Scourge, but the parts are the dead remains of the robots that Unicron defeated, which is majority of just being Optimus Prime, and possibly some parts of Megatron, which I do recognize with the claw arm he has and some other rusty parts he has. But overall, it's Optimus Prime. And I think it was even mentioned in Scourge's bio saying that he's going to be having a very tragic backstory on top of being some type of Frankenstein type of Transformer. So I feel like that could be the direction they would be going with Scourge, that he is just simply Scourge, but he does take he has remains and parts of existing Transformers from other universes, multiverses, if you will.
Yeah, and there is, I feel like, plenty of evidence of it, and especially with Unicron being a multiverse being, there's obviously evidence of that, and I do totally agree, and it does say in the bio that Scourge is like, he's made up of parts from like other characters or other Transformers, and so he is basically like a Frankenstein being, um and it was said some time ago that Scourge will be a character with a tragic backstory. So I do agree to that, and and plus with the similarities, it's also, well, one, on the box art, there's the head crest, like the little part like right here, over
Yeah.
his little mask, kind of like, well, this would be his face or something like that. But yeah, like right there, there's a little similarity to Optimus Prime above that little piece. And also the smokestacks on his back remind me of the Last Night Prime.
His overall design is very similar to Night Optimus back in Age of Extinction in the Last Night. His overall design is very, very similar to it. It's just more bulked and more empowerment to his design versus to the other one. The one for Bay did, it's more sleek and more clean looking, and while Scourge's is similar in that design, but his shoulders are a lot more blocky and bulky, and I even looked at the panels of his face. If you look underneath his mask, like where his mouth is and whatnot, that area, he does have the similar panels and whatnot of Optimus. And the only difference, obviously, that Optimus didn't have monstrous teeth, but I think Scourge does. He might. I don't remember. I had to relook at that. But yeah, Scourge definitely has a very one-to-one design to Optimus in some ways. But I think one thing to take in consideration for Scourge is they're obviously probably also taking inspiration from Robots in Disguise 2001, where I don't remember which one it was, but I'm pretty sure that's the show where Scourge first showed up, made his first debut in Transformers.
Car Robot.
And he was a disciple of Unicron and and he just looked like the Optimus, but he wasn't Optimus. He was just his own being that just happened to look like Optimus Prime. Now, I don't know if that's the direction they're going for. In my opinion, that would be kind of disappointing because for this Transformers live action, there's a possibility to retell the story arc of Nemesis Prime in a better fashion and just more mature and just not just so rushed out and stuff. So there's potential, huge potential for it, but that just all depends on it just all depends on what they do with the movie. And so far what I've seen, Scourge looks very promising, and his 2-line dialogues are really cool too, even though they're really small and simple.
Yeah, I do love his voice also. Peter Dinklage as Scourge is going to be very good as Scourge, like on how he's delivering his lines, like, in the end, your world, everything will be consumed. Like, listening to Scourge's voice, I cannot hear Peter Dinklage out of that voice. That's how good his voice is. It's so enhanced and creepy and dominating.
Yeah, one of my favorite lines from him for Scourge is where he's like, "Your world will die." It's just very very slow and sinister, and I loved it. Obviously, the other line from the trailer is pretty cool too. Where he's like, "In the end, everything you cared for will be consumed."
Yeah.
It's cool. I'm liking Scourge just by what his dialogue is given. It gives off a lot of he feels like he's not just gonna be a generic villain. It feels like he's gonna be very cunning, very destructive, and very the type of transformer that will mentally mess with your mind as well, doing damage to you at all the same.
Yeah, and Scourge's character has been described as a character literally of nightmares. And that's something that I'm liking. That this is the first time I think they're describing a villain like that you should not be messing with. Like they literally described his character not just like a Frankenstein, but as a character of nightmares itself.
Yeah.
And we definitely know the type of character he's going to be. Like he's from the faction logos that he has tattooed onto him, like from Wreckers, Elite Guard, Autobot, Decepticon, Maximals, Predacons, Mercenaries, and also I think someone pointed out that there's also a Terracon logo tattooed onto him. Maybe a Terracon that probably was about to go rogue or something like that, but who knows the story on that. But
yeah.
I'm going to say this. Out of all the villains we got in Transformers, I'm going to say this. I think he's going to be 1,000 times worse than Lockdown. And that's fact.
Lockdown is very promising, for sure. But Scourge is definitely... He more likely will top the other villains. My top villains in Transformers is definitely... honestly... If I had to think, Sentinel Prime, Lockdown. I mean, Megatron's very up there too. Like Megatron is not like a basic villain. Like he went from being power hungry to like being like a Darth Vader role. Then he became like a master himself, and and he only worked with Quintessa because he just wanted what was best for Cybertron. So,
yeah. I mean, Megatron, in his own way, he always wanted what's best for Cybertron. So,
yeah, it's Megatron and the Bayverse. He started out, like I said, very power hungry, and then he kind of transitioned into like a character that regrets. And then the Bayverse, they kind of started this trend where Optimus is responsible for destroying their home. Like he casted out the Allspark. That's where the whole trend started at. And Megatron, in some ways, felt like it's his fault, and he wishes that he could save Cybertron. And that's why he was so power hungry for the Allspark. In the beginning, he was just like, I want to save Cybertron. Then, he got corrupted with power and greed, and so because of the Fallen and etc. It's like, Megatron's not just a generic villain. He's actually a very good villain in the Bayverse, but a lot of people sleep on him for some reason.
Yeah, and but yeah, I think that's about. Is there anything else you'd like to add about Scourge? I can't think of anything else to add, but I did.
Not much aside that. I think his abilities are really cool. His Inferno abilities, his Claw ability, it's all sick. I like it a lot.
And I do like when there's one shot in the trailer that you hold on a minute. Anyways, there's one shot in the trailer when the Scourge, Battletrap, and Nightbird are coming out of the water, and you see his chest on fire or glowing like a furnace.
Yeah.
And from what I heard from leaks, when I don't know if this is true or not, so take this with a grain of salt for those who are watching. Whenever Scourge gets mad, the smokestacks on his back, when he's mad, he'll blow flames out of his smokestacks as a way of intimidation. Which I think, if that's true, that'll be awesome. If he actually blows flames right out of his smokestacks.
Kind of reminds me of the thing that they were trying to do for the last night in Megatron. Originally he was going to blow fire out of his mouth because he was meant to be a dragon, but they kept the idea and they just had the flames come out of his fusion cannon. Still a cool concept, but I would prefer if it was like dragon status, like what they were intending to do. I think that would have been more chaotic and more psychopath-like for Megatron, for sure.
Yeah. And, well, since we're talking about the Terracons, I was going to jump over to Unicron, but, well, I'm going to speculate real quick. I feel like Scourge could end up biting the dust, but then again, I don't think he's going to die in this movie. But if they end up killing him off, I think that's going to be a waste of from what I see in the trailers and TV spots, a really good villain. But if they do kill him off, if he's pretty much like the main herald of Unicron, but for the other future sequels, it would make sense that Unicron will be seeking another herald, and that's how Megatron will end up becoming Galvatron. Kind of like a reference to the 86 movie. Like, he lost his other herald, so he needs another one. And somehow he'll come across Megatron.
Yeah, I think Unicron's goal is that he's after every version of the Matrix leadership from the multiverse, and at the same time, he's also trying to get the Decepticons' attention, and he wants Megatron. Like, I feel like throughout this movie, Unicron's could be like maybe referencing about Megatron and just telling Scourge, being like, saying you need to be ruthless, non-merciful, you need to be like him.
Yeah.
Like he's kind of like what Palpatine was doing with Vader, because Palpatine found out about how Darth Malgus was in back in the Old Republic. And Vader reminded him of a lot of Malgus, and he wanted to turn Vader into a unit like Malgus, like full-on Sith. And I think that's kind of like a similarity to what Unicron's going to be doing here, where he's wanting to completely turn Scourge into like Megatron.
Yeah. But yeah, I honestly hope they don't kill off Scourge, but I have heard rumors that Scourge could end up dying, but it's not Optimus Prime or Primal that kills him, but it's both of them. I don't know how if this is true, I don't know how both Prime and Primal are going to kill him on a 2v1, but then again, we'll have to see how that plays out, but I honestly hope they don't kill off Scourge. That's all I can say. And I guess we'll go to Battletrap next. Let me grab him.
Oh yeah, Battletrap, yeah.
Yeah, the what I'm going to consider the muscle and the pretty much like the Hulk, I guess, of the Terracons, which is what he feels like with him being like, well, long story short, Battletrap looks like the muscle of the Terracons. Is there anything you'd like to say about Battletrap from what we saw so far?
All I can say is his design's great. I love the action scenes I've seen of him from the TV spots. He looks incredible. I like that he has an actual mace, and I love his gun. Like, his just overall design is very impressive, and by far one of the best designs of the Terracons, in my opinion. I like Scourge, don't get me wrong, but Battletrap, his design is just fresh. It's a new look, and it just looks incredible. I just love it a lot, and I look forward to hearing what David's gonna do with the voice.
And we have not heard Battletrap speak in any of the trailers or TV spots. They're really keeping that on the low. Same for Rhinox. So I look forward to hearing what David Sobolov is going to sound like as Battletrap. And real quick, for those who don't know, David Sobolov played Depth Charge in Beast Wars, Transformers Prime Shockwave, Blitzwing in the Bumblebee movie, and now he's playing Battletrap and Rhinox for Rise of the Beast.
Exactly, yeah.
So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And hearing what Battletrap will sound like. I want to say he might sound a little bit like Blitzwing, but a little bit different. But we'll just have to wait and see on that.
Yeah, I feel like he might be Blitzwing status, but on a slower note. That's what I'm thinking.
And also, from what I could see from the box art and the trailers, I feel like he might borrow a little bit from a Dropkick from the Bumblebee movie, because the little glowing mouth right there, I feel like that might flash every time he speaks. But I think it's clear that he won't actually have a mouth. It's just going to be kind of like a battle mask with shades, because it does look like he's wearing really cool sunglasses.
Yeah.
And I know this pretty much pissed you off from whenever I first showed it to you, or whenever you first saw it, but I don't want Battletrap to die in this movie. I really don't.
Hey, he's just too cool of a character, in my opinion. If he dies, he dies. But oh no, I've heard that I saw the TV spot. It kind of pissed me off when I saw that. But at the same time, there might be a possibility that he gets out of there somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, because it looks like he ends up losing the arm with that he had his mace, and then Prime just swipes at his legs. But
yeah,
I don't.
Pretty much.
But yeah, it doesn't look like. I mean, Prime could have just gotten up. Since he only had one arm, he could have easily just stabbed him in the chest or something like that. But no, he went straight for not the eye section, but pretty much it looked like he went for the knee. So I think he was just probably disabling Battletrap. That's probably.
It's pretty much what he was doing. He just wanted to make sure that he's done and dealt with. That's what I personally think.
Yeah. Because they want to make this version of Optimus Prime like G1 Prime and not like Bayverse Prime. So
yeah, that was the main thing I was concerned about when I saw people were like, my main concern was you're like, oh, Metaprime's back. I'm like, God, it's annoying. It's really annoying given for me, one of my favorite characters is, Optimus Prime. I always liked the live action Optimus, and I like the concept where Optimus is just done with everything, and he's just he will make sure that nothing stands in his way. But it's annoying when people are just saying, oh,
he's a killer. I mean, not to get off topic, but in my opinion, when it came to Dark of the Moon, I understand why he was killing all those Decepticons. It's not that they're just in a war, but humans are dying left and right, and they're caught in the crossfire. I mean, heck, look what happened to some of the humans whenever the Wreckers ended up killing that one Decepticon. They literally tore him, or the dropship just came in and dropped some kind of EMP bomb or whatever, and the humans turned into nothing but clothes and bones.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, I don't blame Optimus Prime at that point for just because even killing Sentinel Prime. Megatron, I feel like he went overboard on that, but still, then again, I understand. So many humans died, and like Transformers the Last Night, they said tens or thousands of lives were lost. So,
yeah, it's just the end of the story. It's just how war goes. But people like saying war crimes and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I just think it's ridiculous when they do that. It's like, you do realize you're in a war, right?
Yeah. I mean, heck, look what Prime did in the Bumblebee movie. Whenever he first rolled up, he was just shooting the Seekers. And also, whenever we got to see a flashback of how the rest of the battle went down, after Bumblebee left, he was just killing Seekers left and right.
Exactly.
Even just grabbed one of them and shot him point blank.
And the main difference with Sentinel was he's a more of aggressive type of Prime, and at the same time he was just he viewed Ironhide as like an actual threat outside of Optimus Prime, of course.
Yeah, that's true.
In the Bay universe, Ironhide had more likely he had potential to be becoming a Prime, and the way they characterized Ironhide, I don't think anyone would have minded that, honestly, given how he was developed and so.
Yeah. And anyways, like I said, I'm interested. I look forward to seeing Battletrap's character. He looks pretty badass from what I saw in the trailers, and from what I saw from the first trailer to the second trailer, it looks like they had time to develop the CG a lot more. It looks like they changed his gun from like a blaster to what looks like a mini gun, which is what I like. That it's like a big, huge Gatling gun or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say that actually suits Battletrap. I kind of wish they gave him that, but it's all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I honestly hope somehow he survives the battlefield. But I'll just say this: as long Prime doesn't kill him, I'm good. As long as he just disables him, because I just want, in my opinion, I just want the people to see that this Prime won't kill, but he will just cut your leg off or something like that, just to disable you, so you don't cause any more problems on the battlefield or something like that.
Yeah, Optimus's character, so far, I'm really liking it. Like, it's a breath of fresh air, and I just like what they're doing with him. It's really good.
Yeah. And yeah, before I continue on Prime, because that one I definitely want to talk about, but I'm actually excited to for the last Terracon, I'm not going to count the freezers because they look like they're just going to be generic drones. And from what I heard, someone described them as like the dogs or whatever of the Predacon, or of the Terracon, excuse me. But I'll just have to wait and see on that. But I'm actually looking forward to Nightbird's character because this is the first time we're actually getting her in live action. And the last time we actually got to see Nightbird was in Cyberverse, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Or more so Generation 1, I'd say. I don't remember seeing Nightbird in Cyberverse. I remember seeing her in like what was it? Yeah, just Generation 1. I just can't think of anything else outside of that. Just G1. Yeah,
so this is the third time we're actually getting Nightbird. And I'm not counting the figures. I'm just talking about appearance-wise. So, yeah. I'm actually excited for her character. And from what I could gather, Scourge is just going to be like the trophy taker and pretty much just a killer in nature. Battletrap will be like the strength and the muscle of the Terracons. And for Nightbird, she'll be like the speed. And also, it looks like she'll have the ability of flight. So that I actually like.
Yeah, that's what I really like about it. It looks like they're really putting a lot of effort with Nightbird, and I'm not. I'm not really too ecstatic for her. Like people that are, then power to them. But I don't know. Battle Trap and Scourge just seem more appealing to me.
Yeah, makes sense. And I can't say much about Nightbird. I do love her vehicle mode. Well, pretty much both or all of or Scourge, Battle Trap, and Nightbird's vehicle mode. I love their vehicle modes, and that reminds me, I talked about this on a previous stream some time ago. I love how well the Terracons work together. Like if you watch the Decepticons, they're like all over the place. They're hardly even working together. But when it comes to the Terracons, in the trailers and TV spots, you actually see they are working together. And here's an example, like on the highway scene, whenever Battle Trap hooks onto Nightbird and he spins around and he's driving backwards. In my opinion, in reality, if Battle Trap was driving backwards himself, he would just be going slow. And since Nightbird is a Nissan Skyline GTR and she's a sports car, Nightbird would be able to help Battle Trap get a little bit more of a boost. And that's why he hooks onto her from the back. And I actually like that scene on how well they're working together. And they're trying to get the Transwarp keys from the Maximals and the Autobots. So I actually, and since we haven't heard her voice yet either, I'm actually curious about her voice on what she's going to sound like. So, and I'm going to say this one is a rumor, but from Shamar's Discord server, one of his buddies got to see the film in Singapore. He didn't go into, I guess he pretty much teased Nightbird's death, but I'm going to take this one with a grain of salt as well. But someone says that the way she dies is friendly fire. That's all.
And that's hilarious.
Exactly. Whenever I read that, I don't know if you read it in the server either on the Transformers General page, but whenever I saw that, all he could say is Nightbird dies by friendly fire or something like that, and I just sat there and started laughing about it because it just got me thinking, who actually killed her if it's friendly fire? Is it Scourge or is it Battle Trap? I'm getting a feeling it could end up being Battle Trap, but if it ends up becoming Scourge, then wow. But I'll just laugh if that's how she dies. But then again, that's something I'll definitely look forward to seeing. But I honestly wish she would survive this film, but we'll have to see what happens. But I'm going to say this, since the guy got to watch the film in Singapore, I'll just go ahead and confirm that that Nightbird will end up dying by friendly fire. And I seriously doubt it could end up being one of the Scorponok's or Freezer drones. So I think, to me, it makes more sense if it's either a Scourge or a Battle Trap. So, and I think that's about it for the Terracons. And I'll go ahead and save Unicron for last, since we were talking about Prime a minute ago. I'm definitely liking this version of Prime, especially how Stephen Cable Jr. described him and other people as well. And I just like that this version of Optimus Prime is pretty much a character that doesn't care about the humans. All he cares about is his people, and he just wants to go home and fight the war.
The impression that Optimus has given me, where he's like, he's on planet Earth and he doesn't want to associate with anyone. He doesn't want to be involved in anything. He doesn't even want to be involved in the Maximals war at all. He wants to focus on his war strictly and try to get back to his planet, because he more likely is he sees himself as a failure and he couldn't save his planet and he wants to go back to do whatever he can or could to do what he can for Cybertron's sake. And I feel like Mirage or even Bumblebee, Bumblebee can't talk, but I feel like in like emotion or sign language, he's trying to tell Optimus that you know, his orders was you told me to come here to establish a base for you and the other Autobots, and we're here. We should stay here and fight together. And this is our home now, like something like that. And Optimus is just not in agreement. He's wanting to get back, and he's so fixated on the war, on his own war, and to fix Cybertron, and as well to defeat Megatron once and for all. That's more likely his mindset. And that's more likely what he's about. And I honestly like that. It kind of gives me Age of Extinction vibes for his character, and I love it a lot. And I hope to see how they're going to handle Optimus as a character. And I wouldn't mind if he ends up killing, because I like to see he's been building all this up. And, supposedly Bumblebee's death, and, this just adds more to the flame of everything happening. And I hope there's like a rage scene for Optimus at one point where he just like goes ballistic and just unleashes his anger at Scourge or whoever it is. Very similar in Dark in the Moon, where Optimus just raged down and he just destroyed the Decepticon army and Shockwave and destroyed the Pillar, and he fought Sentinel Prime. I would love to see something like that, like showing why he is Optimus Prime. That's something all well deserved for his character, and I want to see that.
Yeah, and also with Optimus Prime not caring about the humans, I like the part in the second trailer whenever he sees Noah and he's like, you brought a human here, and Noah's just saying, I'm not even seeing anything right now. And you could hear Prime before that scene cut. You could hear him going like, ugh, like you could tell, like, I don't have time for this. I don't want to be dealing with humans. This is why I don't want to be dealing with them right now. Like, I just love that. And
oh yeah, that whole scene, like, you could tell Optimus is trying to contain his anger. He's just like, sending him on the lines. He's like saying, you brought a human here? Like he's trying to hold back his anger or whatever. He's just like, he's more, I guess, surprised, because he's just like, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with your kind. I just want to get back home. That's basically Optimus's mental capacity right now. And that Mirage has been kind of this disobedient Autobot. And even there's like this funny shot that was from TikTok where it shows Scourge staring at Optimus, and Wheeljack's playing with butterflies, and Optimus just has this face. He's like, God, kill me.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that right there, I was like, really? But I could not help but laugh because Wheeljack is just there playing with the butterflies.
Yeah, it's just like Optimus is like probably thinking himself, he's like,
this is the crew I'm working with.
This is all I have now. Exactly.
Yeah, poor Optimus.
He has like, the only good ones is RC and Bumblebee at that point.
Oh, this is the kind of crew I'm working with. Yeah.
I can just imagine. I hope there's a scene where Wheeljack's getting his form and Optimus is like, so this is what you're rocking. And he's like, says whatever. And he's like, I hope it's only just a phase.
Yeah. That'd be funny. But yeah, you could tell Prime is just questioning things, but yet he's observing Wheeljack and seeing what he's doing, and also, I guess, seeing how life is on Earth or something like that. And I'm getting a feeling, and this has been speculated for quite some time, and I do have to agree, I am getting the feeling that both Prime well, not just Bumblebee, but also Primal will be like a mentor to Optimus Prime, like saying that these humans matter.
Primal seems more stoic and whatnot, and of course, I feel like he learned a lot from someone else. I don't know, like he might have caught an understanding from someone else that led the Maximals before him, but again, maybe he just led the Maximals all on his own and and it's just a wait and see how he does. And I think Primal kind of gives me off Baver's Optimus vibes. Like he's very stoic and strong, but has like his moments of rage.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. It's cool that they're incorporating some Baver's traits in some characters, and I'm all for that.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing if that's something that they do with Primal. And plus, Primal is definitely a character I'm also looking forward to. And I'm going to be honest, whenever I hear Primal's voice, I cannot hear Ron Perlman in his voice. Like, I know what he sounds like from the Titans Return, or not Titans Return, Power of the Primes. Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying the voice that he's given Primal so far. I do wish that they went with the original actor, but then again, it sounds like he's doing pretty good as Primal from what I can hear.
It's more so the effect, the direction they're aiming for Primal. He's not like Jon, who's much older and experienced and so I get what they're doing. It makes sense for why they're doing that. And don't get me wrong, Gary Schock would have been amazing, but like all things considered, people have to realize that the way they're making Primal this time around, he's more experienced. He's been through a lot, and he's just he's an old leader, and he's a war veteran. While Optimus is not really. I mean, he is to a degree, but he still has a lot to learn, and that's where Primal comes in to teach him the real understanding of things.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, Primal is definitely a character I'm looking forward to. And I love how dominant his voice is, especially whenever he first whenever he first sees the humans and he's wondering why they're there.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. He's like, he yells, "Who are you? And why are you up to the keys?" Or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and then out of nowhere, Mirage just decides to call him Donkey Kong. He's like, the look on his face, he's like, "What did you call me?"
He's just slightly offended. See, it's like he was kind of freaked out for a second, but the moment Mirage comes around and calls him a nickname, he's like, "Is this guy for real?"
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, "I've been called many things, but Donkey Kong is not one of them." That's
yeah. So like, Mirage is gonna be very interesting too. Like, I really like his character. He's definitely different, but I do like how they're characterizing him. And I saw that one TV spot where he yells 1, 2, and 3, just punches the hell out of Scourge.
Yeah, I like the full clip to that because I like whenever he jumps towards Scourge. There is one TV spot whenever he's counting down 1, 2, 3, and you cut to him, cut to Scourge just cutting the holograms, and then he punches him. I like the lines that he's saying. 1, 2, 3, whoop! There it is, wham!
Yeah.
I definitely like that. I'm definitely liking Mirage. So far, out of all the characters, Mirage has definitely become one of my favorite characters out of all of them.
Yeah, Mirage has definitely proven his mettle, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more of him in this movie. And from
I
and there
also hope he gets his alt mode. Yeah.
yeah, there has been rumors about that, and I think there's plenty of evidence from what I saw in a TV spot. I will have to screenshot it and send it to you. But there was one shot whenever he this is in the warehouse, whenever he does transform. I did send you the image of whenever he was transforming. It looked like he was turning into a Lamborghini or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And also, whenever he's transforming again, his foot looks like it became a spoiler for a Formula One race car. And there was leaks, and that Noah is curious on how he transforms, and Mirage demonstrates this by turning into a Lamborghini and a Formula One race car. And if they end up doing that, that'll be a cool reference to G1.
Yeah, and I feel like if they do the race car thing, he needs to stay that.
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, we did talk. Did we talk about the? Well, before I get into one of the scenes, but and it did look like in one of the TV spots, whenever Scourge has his mask knocked off, and I guess him and Mirage get into it, and I guess eventually Scourge gets the upper hand, but Mirage manages to knock his helmet off or whatever, or mask. And then Scourge decides to try to kill Noah, but Mirage just steps in and just takes the full blast, literally in his back. Which I literally feel bad for Mirage whenever I saw that. And whenever I saw that, I feel like Mirage was not going to make it out of that. And the more I hear, I feel like that's already becoming true, because I have heard some leaks that the device that Noah gets from Mirage carries part of Mirage, or carries part of him with.
Yeah, I think that's a little obvious because, Mirage throws something to him at the end of the main trailer. He's like, Noah, take the wheel.
Yeah, and it looks like keys, but then it turns into a little wristband or a wrist gauntlet that also turns into a Mirage-looking exosuit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and I'm going to take this one with a grain of salt, but apparently not the mid-credit scene, but the post-credit scene is Noah fixing up an old Porsche, and the colors on this Porsche is red and silver. And he uses this device to bring Mirage back. And whenever Mirage transforms, his colors are red and silver, basically the color of a Diaclone. Some people have compared this to Dark of the Moon colors, and I'm like, last I checked, I don't remember Dino or Mirage in that movie having red and silver in his car mode.
He was just red, really.
Yeah. So apparently they might be going for some Diaclone colors in this if this ends up becoming true. And all I can say is this: if the Porsche that he fixes up has red on it, I'm gonna say this: I'm gonna picture the Porsche. It's just the regular silver Porsche, but with a red racing stripe. And whenever Mirage transforms, all of the blue that's on him becomes red.
Exactly.
So if anyone can ever feel like doing some fan art or something like that, paint him red. And there you go. I guess you have yourself your Diaclone Mirage. And if that ends up becoming true, I think I'd be somewhat okay with it. I'm going to miss the blue on him, but then again, I'll have to see how it plays out. But I'm going to say this. With that post-credit scene and the little exosuit, I'm going to say Mirage will bite the dust, because from what I saw in the trailer on how much Mirage was getting shot in the back, even the one shot where you see the front of him and he's like fully glowing on his back. And there was also another TV spot that was released some time ago where where Noah gets up and he's looking right at Mirage, all worried and terrified, like he's gone. So I feel, and also this lines up with another scene because if you remember the part when I'm gonna guess Scourge probably dies by this time, but whenever Primal helps Optimus Prime, uh, keeping him from getting sucked up, I guess, from where Unicron is, because apparently Unicron will be seen entering Earth's atmosphere due to some TV spots and also a quite recent TV spot where you see Optimus Prime talking. You can literally see one of his claws in the background. So I'm gonna,
Yep.
and like I said before, if okay, I'll say this: if the front section of Unicron is going to be in Peru, guess where the horns are going to be? They're going to be somewhere else, and humans will obviously notice this. You cannot just go on about your daily life or whatever and not notice something like that, even come on the news. So, but anyways, yeah, the part where Primal helps Optimus Prime and pulls him down, and then Prime just grabs Noah and puts him on the back of his truck, and then pretty much uses Noah as a booster. Mirage is nowhere to be seen, so I'm getting a feeling that Mirage is probably gone. I don't. So I will say Mirage will probably die and be brought back to life by Noah through the little wristband or the wrist gauntlet. So, but more on Mirage. I'm just loving the humor from him and the pop culture reference that he just gives by calling Primal Donkey Kong.
Actually, like the when he's fighting Scourge, where he's like, oh, there it is. That's literally a reference to an old song I grew up on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I definitely love that. Whoop! There it is. Wham! I just love that. He doesn't go hooah. He just goes wham. That's all he could do. That just made me laugh. And especially on one of the, well, not TV spots, but one, I guess, somewhat of a TV spot / clip with a Stratosphere. I love Mirage is just like, okay, so what kind of jet we taking? And literally after he sees Stratosphere and him throwing up some kind of thing, I love that Mirage is just like, yeah, I'm walking to Peru. I'm not getting on that plane.
Yeah.
That's all I can think
people
of.
People were saying that he coughed out like an engine.
Yeah, that's all I could think from Mirage at that point. He's like, yep, I'm walking to Peru. I'm not getting on this plane. I don't trust it. He literally said, so what kind of jet we taking? He sees the jet. He's like, nope, I'll walk.
I also think my theory is Bumblebee. I feel like Optimus takes Bumblebee's, dead body with him, and I think on the flight, Wheeljack fixes him up or whatever.
Yeah, that's a possibility. And I'm going to take a guess, and this is from also TV spots. I'm getting since we didn't see Bumblebee present during the final battle on some parts of it, and the one part that we do see him, we see, here's how I think this is going to happen. Bumblebee will not be present. He's probably offline. But then later on during the final battle, he's all fixed up, and the ramps come down. You see Bumblebee. He jumps out of the plane and starts shooting those little pod things, which also those pod things were also seen on the Maximal Homeworld. More on that later, but apparently those could be Scorponok's.
I think there were like Unicron antibodies.
Yeah, that's a good theory right there. And Bumblebee just jumps out of the plane, shoots those down, and then literally in another TV spot, he just punches Nightbird, which I thought was pretty cool. He just goes up against Nightbird, punches her, and then I guess he ends up doing a superhero landing, and then boom, he joins the battle then.
Oh yeah, and I just like I think that one shot where Optimus is looking up, I think he's seen Bumblebee diving down and stuff. Yeah. I think that's a nice thing to see. Like, I think Optimus truly believes Bumblebee is dead, and when he finally sees him alive again, Optimus is like, I could just imagine him just saying, "Oh, thank the Maker." Like he's just relieved.
Happy to have his little buddy back, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for Mirage's character, and Stratosphere. Don't know much on him except his character bio. But
I know who's voicing him.
What's the actor's name again? I forgot, but I know he's the same actor who played Crosshairs.
And if you know, in Samurai Jack, he voiced Scott the Scotsman.
Oh, okay.
And that's more likely, literally, the voice he's going to use for him.
Yeah, and from what I heard, his character. Well, from what I heard for the previous Transformers films, when he was voicing Crosshairs, he spoke in a British accent or something like that.
Yeah.
And when it comes to Stratosphere, I heard rumors that he'll be speaking like a Scottish accent or something like that, which I think will be interesting.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I think basically what I got from his clip of him transforming, I feel like he's going to be like that drunken pilot. That's all I could gather. That one pilot in that one movie where someone needs a plane and the plane is just a drunk. He just drinks. That's the vibe I get from him.
I can see that.
And with the spoilers on him, from what I heard, he'll only transform at least twice. I guess once whenever they go to see him and get transport, and the second time, I guess, is in Peru. And the one thing that upsets me, if this does end up becoming true, I have heard that he will not be part of the final battle at all. I'm gonna
who again?
Stratosphere. I've heard that.
Yeah.
I will be a little upset that if he's not part of the final battle, but if it's explained why, like from what I heard, he'll be like Revenge of the Fallen Jetfire. And honestly, after seeing him throw up that engine or whatever it is, and also, like, you look at the other Autobots, they're well taken care of, they're clean, they're brand new. But if you look at Stratosphere, he's all rusty and looks like he's falling apart. So, if he ends up like Revenge of the Fallen Jetfire, then I'll be shocked. And a lot of people wish that it was Jetfire in this movie, but I'm okay with Stratosphere since we didn't get him in Revenge of the Fallen, but only as a toy. But is there anything else you'd like to say about Stratosphere?
There's not much to gather outside of what I know about his VA. That's really cool.
Yeah. And since there was not much footage of him besides the footage we got in him in plane mode, yeah, and also his character bio. I'm going to get this one out of the way. That way we don't have to deal with this one later. And if I'm not mistaken, you're honestly not the biggest fan of Wheeljack's design, if I'm remembering correctly.
Me and Retro are on the same boat. We both hate Pablo.
Understandable. And I'm going to laugh that if that's what he ends up being referred to in the movie.
I feel like the one that will probably make that joke a lot is probably RC. I don't know. She kind of gives me the vibe that, she will be like that type of character.
Yeah. I'm okay with his design, but then again, the head does bother me somewhat.
And the overall design's okay. It's just his head. I really don't like it.
Yeah. And it did look like in the main trailer, whenever we see all the Autobots standing side by side and the Maximals, it was brief, but you could see it. It does look like he pops out his ears or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, that voice, hearing it in the clip when the Autobots and the Maximals, are having a standoff, I don't know what to say about that voice. Like, I'm 50-50 on it.
I think it's annoying. If you want my
You
honesty.
probably be that one character that is annoying.
And they had to do it to a mainstream character, unfortunately.
I honestly hope they explain why he's like that. And
He
from
probably won't, knowing them.
yeah. And from what we know a little bit about him is that since the Autobots are scattered, his character is based in or is from what I hear, he's hiding out in South America or something like that. And I'm not sure, but from what I could see in the from the set photos to the footage, I feel like his character will be in Peru because we don't see him in like in anywhere near Brooklyn or something like that. I feel like he's probably gonna be I feel like he might be hiding out in Peru because we did get a new still image of him quite recently. I'll have to try to find it, but and who knows, we'll have to see about that. But I'll have to hear more of his voice. But I will say this: I do feel like he will be that one character that's just going to be annoying.
Yeah, he really is going to be that one character that's going to be like, "Why do you exist? Why are you here? Get out!" You know. I kind of hope that he dies by Scourge or something like that. I just don't care about him like at all.
I will say this: at least his design is better than Q, in my opinion. But if Q was not named that and it was Wheeljack, I'll say this: I'd rather take a Pablo over Q because, well, one, when you look at Q's design, he literally looks like Albert Einstein, like literally.
Yeah, we had different opinions on that. I'd take Q any day over that.
Understandable. And I'm shocked some people are saying that his design or his head is just a younger version of Dark the Moon. And I'm like, I don't see that. I'm sorry. Like, I don't see, nah. But anyways, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing his character. But yeah, like I said, I do feel like he's going to be annoying, and he's just going to be that one questionable character because, I mean, look at him playing with butterflies, and Optimus Prime is like, this is the crew I'm working with.
He's just like,
really?
You know, he just has that.
Why are you here? Why do you exist?
Yeah, he's just done.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not getting paid enough for this. That's anyways. And well, since I got him out of the way, how do you feel about RC's character and hearing pretty much we only heard one voice line from her and one TV spot where she is just yelling and shooting up in the air, probably at Nightbird.
I feel like she's gonna probably be my favorite RC for live action, honestly.
I can agree. I do like that she does look like the Bumblebee movie design, but just in an Earth mode. And
yeah, I mean, you know, Steven's being faithful to both sides, to Bayverse and Travis, and honestly, I don't have a problem with any of the designs except for Wheeljack. Wheeljack just looks terrible, but everyone else looks great. You know, Optimus looks amazing. Scourge looks great. Battletrap, Nightbird, and So, like, you know, the Autobots all look great. I had to grow into liking Mirage. I didn't really like him at first because I don't know, his chest just didn't look like it was Car, you know?
Yeah.
It just didn't look like he transformed into what you expect, and I don't know, it was just weird.
Yeah. It took me a while to grow on his design too, so I understand that. And I don't see why people. I mean, I understand why people are complaining about RC's voice, but then again, I'll have to hear more of her voice. I feel like
It's
this
too
actor
deep for
has.
my liking.
Yeah,
It gives me, and I'm saying this with full disclosure, it's basically the type of voice tone you would hear from those type of women that are like dommy mommy, like those type
yeah,
of women. That's the energy I get from RC's voice. It just straight up sounds very that. It doesn't sound any different from that. So
yeah.
yeah, um, it's new for RC. Like every time you hear RC, she has this very young, not young, but a very more gentle and lighter voice. And this time around, she has a very deep voice. It is just like, whoa, did you hit puberty, RC?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like, it's new. I'll probably grow overall, and I'll get used to it. But it's new. That's all to say about it. It's very different. Um, I guess about the other characters' voices. Peter Cullen, the man never disappoints. He did amazing as Optimus Prime, and um, I'm glad he was treated so much better in this movie. That was my biggest thing I was wondering about if
it's,
they were gonna treat him right this time.
yeah, better than the Bumblebee movie.
No crap against Travis Knight. I'm sure he's a good guy, but given he's the director and all, you would think he would be more on top of things and actually wouldn't mistreat Peter Cullen. Peter Cullen, in my eyes, he's a gem, and for him to be treated like shit and as he had to impersonate someone else, it's just wrong on many levels.
Yeah,
So I'm glad that he was treated right, and you can hear Peter Cullen like the acting was so good. Like I like
oh yeah,
one of my favorite lines from the trailer, where Optimus says, "If we are to die, then we are to die fighting." I like that. It's so cool, dude.
yeah. And I also like whenever Noah is talking to Prime. I love this line. He says to Prime, "Are we fighting this alone, or are we fighting it together?"
Oh yeah, that one.
He
He's like
yeah,
together.
and I love it because there's two shots of Optimus Prime deploying his battle mask. There's one for the highway scene, and there's a second one. And I'm getting a feeling. Hang on a minute. The second one is whenever he looks at Noah, and I love, like I said, he just asked Prime, "Are we fighting this alone or fighting it together?" He looks at Noah, deploys his battle mask, and says, "Together." And you can tell at that moment he's already wanting to protect the humans. Like, yeah, you could tell he's determined to protect this world, and that life definitely has meaning on this planet.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've noticed they're definitely giving Noah like a Sam Witwicky treatment, like how his speech patterns are and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I am okay with that. Sam Witwicky's character always got it right. In terms of humans, Sam was a very good human character, and I'll he was just good in my opinion. And I would be surprised if there's people that dog down on the acting that Shia did for Sam. I think he did a great job as Sam.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they're kind of keeping that trope for like this new human character, and they're doing a good job so far. And um, I needed to see if I'll like the other human characters, but so far I only seem to like Noah. Like I need to see
I'm
more for me to see if I like anyone else.
Yeah, no disrespect to Dominant Fishback's character. I forgot her character's name. I think it's Elaine or something. I'm not sure,
The
but
scientist later or whatever.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure she's gonna be a good character, but I feel like I'm just gonna end up liking Noah a lot more. And
Her acting feels kind of eh, in my
yeah,
opinion. Like, where she's like to save our home or whatever. It just feels like she's just saying it. She doesn't sound like she's putting much emotion behind it. It just sounds like she's
and
just talking.
I love the dialogue Noah gives, especially whenever he first sees Prime and he's explaining like, "Hey, I'm not seeing anything." And there's also one TV spot that gives like a checklist. I don't know if you saw it, but if you haven't, I'll send it to you. But I
Yeah, the
love that.
roll call. Yeah,
Yeah, and I love that whenever Noah is talking to Prime, he says, "So you're robots that can turn into cars, and there's this little key thing that will help you get back to your homeworld. But you left out the part about a planet-eating monster."
yeah, that was my favorite part too.
and and yeah, I'm gonna say this. That one part that he said, "There's this key that will help you get back to your home." I'm getting a feeling that that's the one reason why the Autobots are in this. That this is their way of getting home, and by the end, the key is destroyed, and Prime is like, well, or by the end of the movie, I'm sure we're gonna get that. Well, we're obviously gonna get that speech, but he's gonna be like, well, we have no way home, so this will be our home, and we will protect this planet from
Exactly.
Unicron or the Decepticons. And Prime will just send out that like that 2007 message. This to any Autobots taking refuge among the stars. We are here and we are waiting.
Exactly.
And I look forward to hearing the speech that Prime will give because from what I hear, it's going to be a really good one. And I'm definitely looking forward to hearing a speech. And plus, I would honestly love both Optimus Prime and Primal to give speeches of their own. Like you got Primal giving his speech and then Optimus Prime giving his speech. That would be awesome.
I agree. 100%.
Yeah, and to make things go a little bit faster, one Air Razor. I'm going to cover Rhinox and Cheetor at the same time, but Air Razor, I'm definitely excited for her character. And I keep hearing so many non-spoiler reviews and somewhat spoiler reviews. Like, at this point, it's up and down in 50-50. I will be very upset if she does not transform because, I mean, looking at this Studio Series figure, I love the design. Like, I'm just going to be upset if she doesn't transform in the movie. And I wouldn't know why they wouldn't do that. But if she just stays in bird mode because due to one of her, I think, well, from her character bio and what Stephen Cable Jr. said, she loves her bird mode. And she loves soaring across the sky. So I will be upset if she doesn't transform, but I really want to see what she looks like in robot mode for live action. Like that's all I can say about Air Razor, to be honest. But
honestly, there's not much to add about the Maximals at this point. Like,
Cheetor, not much. Rhinox, I keep hearing that Rhinox only has like 2 or 3 or 4 lines. If that's so, I'm gonna be upset. But then again, I understand because I'm sure Battletrap will have the most lines. Cheetor, same thing. I keep hearing this over and over. 1 or 2 lines, or a couple. I really want them to speak more, but we'll see.
they're probably going more like a serious one. I mean, I rather them not talk as much versus two. Dear God, the War of Cybertron trilogy. All they did was talk.
Oh, let's not go. I mean, I was okay with Kingdom, but I just could not stand the voice acting. And don't get me
No, it was just
Don't get me.
they
Yeah,
were
just
just constantly talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. I'm like, okay, I get it. Move the scene along. Thank you.
please. Yeah, just please don't get me started about T-Rex, Megatron, or Primal's voice. Like, no, 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 no. I was okay with that
Primal's
season,
voice
but
was all right.
yeah,
Megatron's not so much.
yeah, agreed. And
I can tolerate Primals. It wasn't terrible at all.
I'd rather listen to this version of Primal than anything else. But I understand. But
Yeah.
and there has been, and I also sent you this clip. I won't. Well, I mean, this is somewhat of a spoiler, and also a theory video. But we already got confirmation that there is going to be another Maximal in this movie, maybe two, because I'll mention that second one in a minute. But the one that we know so far is I don't know if will be his actual name or not, but we'll
Ape
see.
Link.
Ape Link, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Seeing that one clip, I don't know if it's recorded, but I think that was totally recorded because we hear the soundtrack, we hear the sound effects. That's probably recorded footage.
The footage is recorded, but I'm pretty sure they took out the original audio and just left the music. They put music over it.
Yeah, and I like that Primal is like a full black gorilla, and yet I'm gonna say this: Primal, I guess he's gonna be like an albino gorilla or a silverback gorilla, because or not Primal, Ape Link, excuse me. I feel like that's what they're going with on that. And if you look at the clip, it looks like he'll have like two like spikes or whatever hanging off of his mouth, like tusks or something like that, which I think is interesting. And we all know that from the TV spots, he will be going up against Scourge, and probably it's obvious he's probably gonna freaking die. And I do like that he deploys two wrist blades. And
more likely, Scourge takes one of them too.
Yeah. And not only that, we do see Primal killing way too many Scorponauts. Like, from what I can count from the TV spots, from the second trailer, he killed off two, and then from the TV spots so far, I count three. One he just smashes with his hands. The second one, he bites its head off and rips it off. And then the third one that I see is that he just grabs the tail, swings him around, pins him to the ground, and just rips his head off, and just pretty much does a mecha or a Godzilla versus Kong type reference whenever Kong just kills Mecha Godzilla, rips his head off, and beats his chest.
Oh, yeah. I mean, these are the same people that did animate that, so it wouldn't surprise me.
That's true. But yeah, so far, Ape Link looks pretty good. I do hope. I think it's obvious that he's going to speak. And if I had to choose a voice actor for him, I know Gary Chuck said they never approached him, but who knows in between that time. I wouldn't mind if he actually voiced Ape Link as pretty much a cameo. That would be interesting. But then again, who knows who will voice his character. And
I think a neat voice would be Greg Berger, the voice of Grimlock from FOC. I think since Ape Link's said to be a more angry or rage-filled Maximal compared to Primal, I think it'd be kind of cool him having like a darker voice.
Yeah, and I mean, heck, we do see his eyes glow red compared to Primal.
Exactly.
Kind of like a Bumblebee. He went as well. That's not Bumblebee in Rage. They more like call that his Berserk mode. And for some reason, I don't know why, but the DLX Bumblebee that they revealed, he has the red eyes. It wouldn't surprise me if he actually goes into that Berserk mode again. But who knows?
Yeah, I think it was dumb they even had that. I was like, I don't care you're referencing another movie. Don't do that. It's just you're gonna confuse fans, and you did. You made people think he was a Decepticon at one point.
Yeah.
There's
And
just there's so much you could do in terms of references, and that one is just I don't know. It's just something you want to be more careful on because when you're handling something as big as this in live action, you got to be more considerate instead of just because I want to do this because I'm a fanboy or whatever. You had to consider you're doing this for the fandom. You're not doing it for your own purpose.
yeah.
That's where I stand with that's why I like Steven's approach a lot. Like he's being fair to both fandoms and he's getting what people want, but at the same time he's doing it in a way that won't cause confusion.
Yeah.
And that is a director we need more of. And I really like his direction. Like and something to point out that I doubt not a lot of people know this, but Steven, he films like the story scenes and his so, but I did know, and I'm pretty, I'm pretty confident about this by now, that Michael Bay helps with the CGI. Like he's in charge of helping with the CGI and with the characters and whatnot, and he also helps directing the action sequences. And personally, if I had to put my 2 cents in there, it definitely looks like Michael Bay's style is in a lot of these scenes. Like one of the scenes I definitely get reminded of from the Force fight, when Scourge is transforming and Optimus is shooting him, and he just tackles into Optimus.
Yeah.
That's a straight up reference to the Force fight where Megatron shoots Optimus in his cannon form in his tank mode, and he transforms and rams into Optimus. So that's a straight up reference to the Force fight. So yeah, no, the action scenes are definitely based from Michael Bay's style, and it's definitely Bay directing those scenes. And it was even stated that Steve Jablonsky is scoring like they're not just reusing his music. He's actually been confirmed that he's scoring the Peru fight scene with Optimus and the Autobots against the Terracons in Peru. So that's actually really cool that Steve Jablonsky is composing after all this time. And he hasn't composed since 2017.
Yeah.
So it's, for me, I'm a big fan of the Bayverse. So it's nice that Steve Jablonsky is coming back, even after everything that happened. And just a quick short story about why Jablonsky wasn't present in Bumblebee and why he refused, because the company in the last night, they treated him like dirt. They told him he was composing music and whatnot. And they basically said, we want you to redo the whole movie for music wise. So they told Steve Jablonsky, and they told Steve, like, Steve, we want you to recompose everything for this movie in the span of a week. And he was so angry about it that he had to reuse music from Age of Extinction and whatnot. So he couldn't really use the music he attended for the movie. So he was really disappointed and really pissed off about it. And he said it many times in his interview, like he was just disgusted with their decision making. And he just felt like he didn't want to be part of the movies anymore because of it. But the fact that he's back in Rise of the Beast, that's really cool. I mean, I guess he's giving them a second chance or whatever, but it's cool that he's here and, he's even assisting the current composer.
Yeah. I agree. And also real quick, that since I said that there is probably another Maximal that will appear, and I do believe I sent you this video as well, Stephen Cable Jr., he confirmed this character, but then again, he didn't want to say anything. So pretty much a tease at the same time. But he did say that there is another Maximal in here that he was really happy to put in there, and that we were familiar with this character. And he didn't name drop the character, but all he could say is this: there's a character in this film named Rat-a-tat-tat, and I immediately think of Rat Trap.
Yep, Rat Trap. Either
I don't,
that. I would like to see Dinobot, honestly.
and you know what? Speaking of that I'm going to say this. I'm actually I since we're going to be visiting the Maximal Homeworld, and we know it's obvious we know how this movie's going to open up. We already got confirmation that they're going to reuse a soundtrack from the '86 movie, and that is the Unicron melody theme from whenever we first see him. So
The Maximal theme that they released recently, that was wow. I loved it.
Oh yes, I agree. I get a feeling that's going to be part of the Homeworld. So
I think it's either that or where the Maximals meet the Autobots. That's what I think.
yeah, and
Because it would, since they kind of sneak in the '07 Autobot theme, it would just make sense for the Autobots being that. So that's what I think.
Yeah, and I do love that the theme "No Sacrifice, No Victory" from the 2007 film. I'm actually shocked that they're putting that in there, and I look forward to seeing what part they're going to use that on.
Yeah, true.
And but yeah, and here's how I picture the movie opening up, and like we're gonna see Unicron. Who knows if he comes through a portal or if he's just we see him like a kind of like the '86 movie. We see him passing like suns or something like that, and then we cut to the Maximal Homeworld. It's peaceful. Everyone is happy, and we get to see cameos. Maybe some spiders or velociraptors, maybe T-Rexes and other mammals. And we see, like I said, they're all chilling, and then out of nowhere, these pods are coming down from the planet, and maybe a drop ship, and out of nowhere, these little ball things or whatever turn into Scorponauts, which I still question why the Predacons, but who knows why. I'm sure this will be explained in multiple movies because you know what? Let me get this out of the way. Stephen Cable Jr. did say he wished he could have had more Predacons in this movie, but there was just too much to fit into the story. So I am a little upset. We probably won't get to see T-Rex Megatron in this movie, but he did say that he wants to do more with the Predacons and Megatron in this movie or in future installments, and he wants to go visit other planets. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. But
yeah, it's more. It sounds to me they're going to keep him as the new director for the new universe of the Transformers. And I'm okay with that. And I think the new producer for the Transformers live action should be honestly Michael Bay. Like he should honestly take that position than the one we have right now.
Yeah.
Because that man is still trying to say this is not a reboot, it's connected to the Bayverse. I mean, coming from me, I love Bayverse. I love it to heart. But I can even say I prefer we have a fresh new start, but have like some similarities or some aspects from the Bayverse added into some sprinkles into the new reboot universe. I'm fine with that. But I don't want it to be. The Bayverse is a mess. All right, it was a mess after Age of Extinction. The Last Night really destroyed the storyline, and it just confused a lot of things. And I think from this moment on, I think a reboot is definitely something it needs. And this is basically their way to say we want to fix the live action franchise, and this is their way of doing it.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. I think anyone is.
Oh yeah. And now I'll go and get into this one while I got time. I'm curious how they're gonna do the Maximals and their story because Stephen Cable Jr. did come out and say in an interview, and this is on Alfonso's interview. Whenever he was interviewing Stephen Cable Jr., he was talking about the Maximals that, hey, we all know the Maximals, they're from the future. He could not confirm anything because it was spoilers, but he says, but hey, you know where the Maximals are from and where they, what, if you don't know, or if you know, that's pretty much the way he put it. So, and here's what I'm thinking. This, I don't know if this is true or not, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. But I'm getting a feeling that yes, the Maximals are from the future and they know of the Autobots of Optimus Prime, but obviously the Autobots know nothing of them. I feel like that Unicron could probably be from the future, and the Maximals ended up going back and pretty much they're going through time to lose Unicron and hide the transport keys. And Scourge has been going through, I guess, timeline or multiverse, trying to find these transport keys so they can use them to bring Unicron through. And whenever we see that one shot of Unicron coming towards the planet through the transport keys, like we see the front part of him and the horns approaching Earth, and then we literally see him in one shot. Like I said, we see Optimus Prime. You could literally see like the mouth parts behind Optimus Prime and all of that. So
Pretty much, yeah.
I feel like I said, I feel like Unicron could be from the future. If not the future, definitely the multiverse because of his bio. And I'm gonna probably take a guess that he uses these transport keys to go through the multiverse and also time itself. Because I mean, if they're gonna fit the whole time traveling part of the Maximals, like what Stephen Cable Jr. said, if you know, then you know. If that's what they're gonna do, then well, like I said, we'll have to wait and see when the movie comes out to see for sure. But I'm just getting that gut feeling that yes, the Maximals are from the future, and Unicron is as well. And the reason why I'm saying this is because we literally see Unicron just destroying their home, and probably a good thousands of Maximals with it, and probably Predacons along with it.
Absolutely.
Like I said, we'll have to see, but I'm just getting that gut feeling that he is from the future. And like what Primal said, for centuries, our kind have remained hidden on Earth, but this darkness has found us again. And we all know that somehow Scourge has a connection to Unicron, so. And like in Transformers Kingdom, for an example, whenever Galvatron was explaining Unicron, like he literally sees and hears everything that Galvatron does. So that could end up probably working for Scourge, but who knows? But I'm going to say this for Unicron. When the second trailer came up and Primal said Unicron, I was like, I was shocked to hear the name Unicron, but whenever we cut and we see him in planet form moving towards that Maximal homeworld, I was shocked to see a full-on G1 accurate Unicron in live action. And they did really good on his planet design.
They did, and I really like what they've done overall for his design. It was just incredible. I can't wait to hear the voice and whatnot. It's going to be really good.
Oh yeah, and from what Stephen Cable Jr. said, we will get to see teases of his robot mode. I really hope we get to see some really good teases, like him transforming, but we don't see him transform all the way. But if he does transform all the way, I would like to see a shot like you don't see what he looks like the colors or any of his designs.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I got your message, but like him probably like just completely in the darkness, but we see how massive he is compared to a planet or something like that. And I can't think of anything else to add, but I'm just really excited for this movie. Like,
me too.
And so far from the reviews, it's getting really good positive reviews, and that I'm very happy about. Like, people are actually praising this movie and giving it really good reviews. And I definitely look forward to hearing Unicron's voice and what he's going to sound like. Same for Rhinox and Cheetor, Battletrap. Pretty much all the characters we have not heard speak so far.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm excited for all that too, honestly. It seems very promising.
And I will say this, I am actually happy from one of the TV spots, we actually hear Primal say, maximize. I literally, whenever I heard that, oh, hold on. Oh, Shamar. Oh, you want to join? Okay, I'll go ahead and let him in. And by the way, if you have to hop out soon, whenever you have to, that's all right, bro. Just want to let you know. But yeah, I'm definitely excited. Where's the link at? There you go. There's your link, Shamar. You demanded it. But anyways, so, and like I said, I will be getting, I don't know about you, but when the opening of this movie happens, and if it's Unicron, and we hear that Unicron 86 melody theme, maybe a little bit of a remix of it, I will be getting goosebumps. Like, no joke, goosebumps.
Absolutely. It'll be insane what they do for this movie. The music's what I'm mainly looking forward to. I mean, sure, I'm looking forward to the movie itself, but it looks
good. Yes.
What's up, bastards?
What up?
How are you doing?
Were you not in my previous stream?
Yes, congratulations on getting Battletrap, and I have him right over here. Yes, actually, all three of us have Battletrap, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got Battletrap on my birthday.
I'm going to say this right now. Since we're talking about this, I'm not ready for this movie.
Oh, bro, we need to be. It's literally coming this week. Disa, Richa.
Just for that star scream. What up? It's Brent. I'm gonna come back to another streamer.
And welcome back to Transformers Rise of the Beasta, Rista, Mista, and yes. Oh my goodness. Guys, I'm going to say this right now since I got you guys here. I'm getting goosebumps like crazy. The movie is this week. I'm okay, I will admit I'm not ready. But I need to be. And this movie's going to be good. We're going to be getting a lot. We're getting the Maximals in live action. We're actually seeing a G1 accurate Unicron. Oh, this is going to be a good movie.
Not to mention some of the D-list names they brought in. Because who would have predicted we would be seeing characters like Scourge or Nightbird, or even a D-list character like Battletrap in live action. And the thing with Battletrap is that his design is awesome because he's not a Duocon. And let's be honest, who expected them to do the G1 Duocons in live action? Because it would take a lot of CGI to have a ground vehicle and an aerial vehicle combined into a singular robot. It would take a lot of CGI to do so.
Yeah.
So I don't mind the fact that Battletrap is just a tow truck. If anything, it's close enough to one of his original alternate modes being a ground vehicle.
True.
And at least Nightbird looks like Nightbird because she's still a ninja. She still has the ninja aesthetic that we've known from G1 and recently Transformers Cyberverse. Scourge, to this day, his design has always been interesting because it's G1 Scourge, Robots in the Sky Scourge, and unintentionally a bit of Transformers Cybertron Scourge, where in that series he was leader of the Jungle Planet and a dragon. So they took the best of all three of his incarnations. And the fire effect and the fire ability that he's going to have in this movie is definitely from Cybertron Scourge and a bit of, Dreamwave the Fallen, aka Megatronus, where if y'all seen the trailer or TV spots, his chest is lighting up as if it were a furnace.
Yes. And also, Shamar, I'm curious, do you have any speculations or theories that you have going into this movie?
That depends based on what I've heard and seen from other people and creators. Because let's be honest, Airazor unfortunately may or may not transform. If she doesn't transform, then some of our predictions are right about that. The Terracons, well, let's be honest. If all of them die, it would be kind of underwhelming since they are building up Unicron in this trilogy. So out of all the terror, because I heard a leak from a while ago that Nightbird and Battletrap survive, and Unicron is scolding them on their failure. Which, if they're the only two that are alive, that means Scourge and their army got it.
Yeah, and also, hey, real quick, I just wanted to say, in your Discord server on the Transformers General page, whenever. Did you say one of your buddies got to see this the film in Singapore or something like that?
Someone on my Discord server who also has Instagram. He also has Instagram as well.
Okay.
He lives in Singapore. He's the reason why I was able to, get news on some of the leaks and rumors. And he actually brought up a few things that are spoiler-ish. So if anyone does not want to hear spoilers, skip this entire part once the stream ends. Y'all may want to cover your ears.
Go ahead and share. This is pretty much a spoiler / speculation stream, so even going into spoilers that are actually true. So go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, the one spoiler is the description of Scourge's unmasked face. And I'm going to say this right now. It is ugly and the stuff of nightmares. That's the best description I can say from what I remember and from what he told me, because it's ugly, it's hideous, it's nightmare, it's no pun intended, terrifying.
I can imagine. I mean, Mirage probably knocked that darn mask off. I mean, we saw him without the mask, but in terrible quality whenever he's shooting Mirage. I'm very curious as to how Mirage's punches. Like when Mirage punches Scourge in some of the TV spots we've seen, the mask doesn't automatically come off. How much force did it take for the Terracon logo mask to fully come off and reveal Scourge's face? Wouldn't impress me if you shot it off. But I definitely look forward to seeing what his face is going to look like. And me and Nidus talked about that a lot.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
As for Mirage getting shot in the back by Scourge, there was the leak and rumor that he doesn't technically die because Noah's exosuit that Mirage gave to him is actually a part of him.
Yeah.
So if Mirage does in fact die, Noah's gonna essentially bring him back in a new vehicle. If I assume.
Pretty much in like G2 colors of a red and silver Porsche or something like that, from what I've been hearing.
Actually, that's that may or may not be the case. Because have you seen Laszlo Ven's video where he featured where it's the Autobot, Maximo, Decepticon, Predacon, and Terracon cast, like all the characters we know so far? The vehicle modes are in that same video, and this is the video that came out a couple of days ago. And he did have the word spoilers because it spoils the different vehicles that Mirage is going to have in this movie. And some of the vehicle choices are actually interesting and are callbacks to certain characters.
Yeah, I know one of them for sure. Oh, hang on. You dare say spoilers? Ah, Prince!
Where?
I was going to join, but then I saw the title said spoilers.
Where's Prince? Where's Prince? Where's Prince? That bastard.
He's in the chat.
He's in the chat. Oh, all right, bet. You dare say spoilers? I was going to join, but then the title said spoilers. Just for that, Prince.
Okay.
Just for that, Prince. I will not join your next stream. I had no chance to eat you. I didn't hear spoilers. Don't worry. Well, Prince, you can still join us because I didn't mention. Like, I'm trying so hard. Like, I had to mention, some things that I heard. And keep in mind, some of this is either true or could be somewhat outdated.
And also, hey, Prince, if you want to leave for a minute, I will text you on Instagram whenever we're done with the spoiler talk, and you can hop in.
And Prince just said, nah, you must join my next stream.
Anyway.
Just that never.
Anyways.
Just for that, guys, we must eat Prince. We must eat him.
All right. And before you continue, Shamar, Prince, you might want to click off for a minute because I'm about to say something. I'll give a 3-second warning. 1, 2, 3. Okay, hang on. Let me read that. Okay. Anyways, from one of the TV spots, there was one part when we see Mirage transforming in the warehouse. I sent these screenshots. I don't know if I sent them to you, Shamar, but I know I sent them to Nidus, but it looks like he turns into a Lamborghini Countach.
That's one of the vehicles I was about to mention, where Mirage gets his classic F1 racer alt mode, and then transforms into the Lamborghini Countach that Sideswipe and Sunstreaker are well known for.
Yeah, he stole their vehicle. Anyways, continue.
I am very curious, where is Sideswipe and Sunstreaker in this new universe? Because we already had Sideswipe in the Bayverse, but then it's like Sunstreaker was not present, despite the wiki mentioning him.
And also, from what I heard, this was months ago. From what I hear, he will also turn into a freaking Ferrari, as a reference to a Dark of the Moon. I think.
That may be outdated because when I saw Laszlo Ven's video showing the vehicles Mirage is going to have in the movie, one of them caught me off guard. And you want to know what this one is?
Let me guess. A Wheeljack's vehicle mode?
No, a garbage truck.
What?
Yeah.
This man is going to transform into a garbage truck at some point in the movie. And I'm like, when I saw that on Laszlo's video, I was like, okay, that's the first, because obviously characters can turn into whatever they choose, but a garbage truck is literally the most out there alt mode, one of the more out there ground vehicles that you could choose. It's so strange. It was so strange. I'm just like, I'm very curious as to where and how that plays out in the movie.
I'm gonna laugh if that's what happens. And also, real quick, this was also from your Discord server. Since he was talking about how Nightbird could possibly die, I think it's funny that he could not say who did it, but he said that Nightbird dies by friendly fire. And I just sat there and started laughing my ass off.
See, I heard differently for someone else, though. Like a friend of mine who actually seen the movie told me that Nightbird dies by the hands of RC.
I heard the same thing as well. I honestly hope that's the case at the same time. Friendly fire would be funny.
Yeah, I did ask him about a lot of things. Got information about, from the movie.
Hey, if you want to share, Yeah, hey, if you want to share, you can. But then again, if you want to keep stuff on the under wraps, then hey, that's fine. And who's backstage? Oh,
I
it's
don't know.
God dang it, it's Alvin! No,
Oh,
that's it.
I had
What?
to
No.
join.
Nah, bastards.
Nah.
Okay, that's it. Cut. All right, we'll cut off the spoiler talk now. I'm getting Prince in here right now.
Nah, hold on. Why are we stopping the spoiler talk? Nah.
This
No.
original.
Why is it as soon as I fucking join, we stop talking about this shit? Nah.
No, I must get Prince in here to execute you for treason. Yes. You
Nah,
must
what did I do this time?
get-
Third stream, are you mad that I got all three of these and you don't have any?
No, no,
Is that what
no,
you're about?
no.
That's exactly what you're mad about, isn't it?
Get in here ASAP. LOL.
Now look, this man actually trying to get Prince in here. I joined and then apparently I'm being executed for something. I don't know what the hell it is.
Yes, that is treason. That is treason.
No,
Anyway,
no, what did I do this time, Starscream?
you got the gamer edition figures.
Yes, suffer.
No,
I will make you suffer by having all three of them.
you know
Bastard.
what?
I'll kill you. Just not Alvin. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Akin, I say Akin.
Nah, this man just said Aki. Nah,
Yes, I'll kill nigga. I said, I'll kill nigga.
nah. Shamar is the only one who speaks Spanish here, with three of us being coming from places that speak Spanish. That's ironic. Three of us having parts of us that are Hispanic, and the fact that I'm the only one here who speaks Spanish is funny.
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué?
¿Por qué? Nah, that's crazy.
Nah,
¿Por qué?
Alvin, you have to understand. It's not my fault. I moved,
Hey,
and
Shamar,
I couldn't
that's
really
not my
properly
fault.
learn Spanish like that. You shut your face. Nah, you shut your face, bitch.
And hey, soon Shamar will be flexing on you, Alvin, because he's gonna get to see the statues. Yes.
They're still there.
Because I'm
If they are still there after tomorrow, because the dates that I've heard since this world tour started were from the 2nd to the 8th, but then there's this one picture that said June 2nd to June 5th, which means I may not be able to see them after the 5th, and that's a bit of an issue. So I'm hoping they're still there by the 7th.
Oh well, Shamar, I hope that they aren't. And if they are, then this is exactly why I'm meeting David K and Venus Turzo before you. Even if you met David Sobolov.
Never bastard. Never bastard. No.
No, Shamar, I already am. So you're a hoe. Oh, and just to piss off Shamar a bit, this is why I have Blaster and you have to resort to Twin Cat.
I got Blaster too. Ha!
Alvin, that's why I have his upgrade.
Fuck you.
I know. Good.
Now,
That's why-
also, we have to execute Nidus.
Say what?
Why?
Why? Because he didn't know who Thew was. I had to educate this man.
Oh, yeah.
¿Por qué?
He had no
Just for
idea.
that.
who Thew
Just for
was.
that.
And I don't keep up with all the YouTubers. I mean, I know a good amount of them, but I don't keep up with
He was on
everyone.
one of the streams.
He was?
Yes. He was on the stream when they revealed Deathsaurus.
Prince, you're here. Execute Alvin for treason immediately.
No. Just for that. King Got Low Productions.
Now,
No.
Prince, Nidus didn't know who Thew was. I had to educate this man.
What?
Nidus had no clue.
Oh,
who
great.
Thew
You're
was.
gonna have Prince on my ass
So
now. Thanks.
Yeah, I had to.
Good.
Wait,
Good.
what did he not know?
Who Thew is?
You?
Thew Adams.
Oh, Hugh Adam. Oh yeah, screw you, Nidus.
But screw me. I don't even. Am I supposed to keep up with everyone?
Yes.
That's crazy.
You are the coolest guy, Sniper. And
Now,
you
who are you, Prince? literally saying that's crazy to me twice last night.
Hey, Prince.
Huh?
Give us a Dashy Games about Transformers Rise of Beast being released this week.
Oh yes, Rise of Beast.
Aha! Prince.
Mika, Chica, Mika, Dika, Lika.
This stream earlier was very heavy spoiler.
Oh, I'm
Nah,
aware.
sorry. Screw you, I forgot about it. I was waiting, I fell asleep. When I woke up, I was expecting it to be in the chat, but you saying some shit like, don't join if you don't want to be spoiled. So I had to go looking through YouTube to find it.
I literally was,
Yeah, we were.
I was about to join.
Go ahead.
About to join. And I see spoilers in the title. I'm like, you son of a you bastards! Y'all just cannot.
Okay, I mean, we can skip the spoilers. But if anyone wants to talk about theories or speculations they got for the movie, I mean, heck, this movie's being released this week. If you guys would like to share your theories on things that could happen or might not happen.
My theory is that Menace is wrong.
Wait,
About
what?
what? Oh, the
No
Bayverse
need.
thing.
Prime is not connected to the Bayverse at all. Or this is not connected to the fucking Bayverse at fucking all.
Completely.
Prime has
Completely.
nothing. Scourge is not a combination of Prime and Megatron.
Oh, you heard that?
Yeah.
Why-
You told
why-
me.
How long were you backstage?
No,
You
no,
told me
nah, wait,
like
no,
a week
wait.
ago.
Hush, Nidus.
What you want, Preds? What you want, bitch?
Shut the fuck up. Please tell me why you want Rise of Beast to be connected to the Bayverse so bad, knowing damn well it's just gonna mess up the timeline even more, and they're gonna be restricted on what they can do.
See,
Please
this
tell
is
me
why you guys should have been here earlier. Because, Starscream knows my actual new thoughts about how I feel about it. I literally stated that I prefer it to be a reboot and just take some aspects from the 2007 story, and that's it.
Oh,
I
so
mean,
You better say reboot. You better say reboot, bastard.
now you want.
And hey, I mean, we're actually talking about Unicron. That is a multiverse being from his
Yep.
character bio.
Yep.
He's not even
So, yeah. And
to break it.
every time I hear someone say, no, I just think, oh my gosh, you guys are very close-minded, I swear to God.
Retro. There was a reel / video Retro sent in the group chat where brain dead ass niggas were believing Lorenzo and with him saying it's a prequel, and we sat there and you want to know what happened? I had a stroke reading half of this shit in the comment section. I had a stroke being like, these niggas are high off their ass to believe Lorenzo. And it's like people believe producers more so than directors because you know how producers are supposed how when producers say something and their words
Yeah.
are supposed to keep weight.
Yeah.
It's Lorenzo is one of those exceptions where he's a producer, but then his words don't hold weight because they constantly, incessantly contradict each other. Because
What?
he doesn't know what he wants to do with this universe, but the directors that they bring in, they know what they want to do with this universe. But of course, given that he's a producer, they got cold feet when they made Bumblebee a reboot, so they tried to make it as much of a reboot, but also try to connect it, even though there's no connecting it to the Bayverse at this point. Not to mention that one video where Lorenzo interrupted Stephen.
Oh yeah.
Now, why do they even want to make it connect? Why don't they
Nah,
want to?
hold on.
Nah, hold on, bitch. I'm speaking and you're
I
not.
have a
Let
I have
Prince
a quick
speak.
question.
Nah,
Go on,
you're
it'll
gonna
take
wait.
30
You're gonna
seconds.
wait.
This is
You're not gonna
entertaining.
interrupt me. Nah,
This is
so-
very entertaining to me. I got my chips. I got my Dorito chips and everything.
I muted him.
You wait too. Nah, because I
Prince, hurry up, speak.
now tell me why they want to connect it. Nah, tell me how people want the DC universe to not be rebooted, yet they're fine with rebooting that shit. And then when it comes to Transformers and we want it to be rebooted for them to do something new, something fresh, they have cold feet and be like, "Oh no, it's not. It's reboot, but it's also connected to Bayverse." Nigga, just make it a reboot, make it connected to the Bumblebee movie, and just do new shit. That's all we want. Why are you trying this hard?
Well,
off?
I
Why
could
don't you just-
Prince.
I can safely say why
Why don't wait, hold on. Why don't you just listen to the fans for once and do what we asked for? Because I love the Bayverse and I love it. And yes, if y'all want to add a Bayverse aesthetic to the movie, go right ahead. But making it connected to Bayverse,
Isn't yours is mic static?
nah, just make it rebooted. I don't understand why it's an issue. If DC can reboot their shit, so can y'all.
That's why Lorenzo is the issue. Not Hasbro, not Steven. Lorenzo, the producer. And he's not the only producer, but he's the issue. Lorenzo being one of the producers is the main fucking issue.
See,
Hold on.
see,
Shamar.
like how he's doing it.
Hey, hold on. Shamar,
Dear Lord.
did you lose more brain cells than me, Prince, and fucking Ray did listening to Ratch rant on about G.I. Joe being connected to it?
Why are you bringing that up when we're not talking
Disgusting.
Nah, because I want to know
Disgusting.
if Shamar lost as much brain cells as we.
I did not see that. I did not see that, Alvin. And if I did,
Shamar, I'm talking about from when you were reading the fucking comments.
Yeah.
I literally had a stroke trying to listen to what you said.
That's how we felt listening to Ratch.
Anyways, Nidus, what were you gonna say?
I was saying whatever that dude's name is, the producer. I think this is
Lorenzo?
my honest opinion is it's like his way of doing things is not good, but what he's trying to do is like he's still trying to keep what Bayverse is relevant because, and even in my opinion, G1 is heavily relevant still, and I can still stand by that. But I grew up with the Bayverse, and I would hate that it just gets thrown into the dust and just forgotten because that's what made Transformers popular again in 2007. I remember the whole story. They were going to sell Transformers after Beast Wars and so, and the Bayverse kind of revived Transformers, etc. It did a lot of good. And yeah, The Last Night was bad, but that's only one bad movie outweighed all the other movies, and people have their opinions, but the other movies did pretty good. And it's just disappointing that I see people bash on the Bayverse way too much. It's like it's way overhated. It's ridiculous. It's really
No, I hate it enough for what it is.
Shut the fuck up, Alvin. I agree.
So yeah, that's just my
And
feelings
also-
on that, and that's coming from someone who's my G1 is Bayverse, and I will always love it. And I mean, I remember when I heard the Maximal theme that was revealed not so long ago, I cried because hearing the 07 Arrival to Earth theme, I mean, that's awesome. I mean, it's sad that people constantly give shit to the Bayverse. It's not a really bad franchise, but people treat it like, I don't know, like it's Satan or something. I don't know, it's like god awful or whatever. I mean, I do feel like a reboot is needed, but I would like them to keep some aspects of Bayverse to at least respect that side of the fandom, because this was my problem with Bumblebee. It was very one-sided. It was just G1 pleasing the G1 fans. When it comes to you being the director, whoever you were doing for the live action, you got to respect both fandoms. You can't just pick a side. You have to be fair to both sides because they both exist, and you can't just pick favorites.
That's
And
why
That's ironic because
that's why I
Hasbro
like-
are doing the
that's why I
exact.
like Steven Caple Jr. That's why I like what Steven Caple Jr. is doing, because he's not just making it G1. He's putting Bayverse, Beast Wars, a little bit of Prime into it because of the weapons.
Yeah, exactly.
Prince, the weapons weren't only like that in Prime. They've been like that.
So what? So what? It's still an example. It's like the first thing that popped up.
I mean,
Yeah.
Transformers Prime made the transforming arm weapons popular and cooler, but that
Yeah,
has been a thing since
popular and
G1
cool.
regardless. And
Yeah.
because even in G1, characters would just like have random shit transform out of their arms and use it in like one or so episodes. Transformers Prime just like made it Transformers Prime and the Cybertron games just made it cooler.
And
Yeah, the Cybertron games are connected to Prime, so that's obvious why the weapon feeding was a thing. But yeah, I mean, Bayverse didn't really have. I mean, the only character that really had transformable weapons, I would say, is Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. His, arm transformed into a fusion cannon. So
Nah, Bone had it too. And so did Iron
yeah,
Man.
he did too in Age of Extinction. Oh wait, yeah,
A lot of characters had it. Matter of fact, Jazz had it, Ratchet had it, Ironhide had it.
Ironhide to a degree. I mean, his cannons can fall off, but yeah, you're right.
It's because Ironhide's cannons were not really a part of him. They were more implanted weapons to where he could deploy them, but then drop them if he needed to.
yeah, and he lost his 4 cannons during Operation Firestorm or something like that during the Egypt battle scene. Whenever he was running, I'm guessing the reason why he didn't want to lose the cannons, but the reason why he dropped his cannons is because he needed to run faster, and they were weighing him down. I mean, watch the clip. Whenever he came out of the smoke or whatever, his chest was on fire, so he needed to drop those cannons to run faster. And as you cut and you see him running, you could tell he was running a lot faster than whenever he had his cannons.
And also, I will say this about the possible GI Joe crossover. Don't say anything. If it's a spoiler, don't say anything. But if from what Ratch said, obviously, like I said, if you put GI Joe in there as like for example, like Sector 7, where they're hunting down Autobots or helping them out, but they're not taking away the Autobots' focus like the Bayverse movies, and it's still focused on the Autobots like in Rise of the Beast, then I'll be fine with it. However, if they put them in and they focus too much on the G.I. Joe aspect and the Transformers aspect, then are all of you idiots? Are y'all trying to piss us off? You know we wanted them to focus on the Transformers, and y'all finally do that for Rise of the Beast, and you know how happy you are, and then you're just gonna go straight back to focusing on the fucking humans. Nah. And then G.I. Joe, of all franchises? Nah. If you're gonna do that, make a fucking G.I. Joe movie and put Transformers in there. But don't make G.I. Joe take over Transformers, because if you do, I will murder you, I will eat you, I will kill you and your family. You will all die.
And also,
This is why Lorenzo and Paramount need to lose the license for Transformers movies. Because Lorenzo, like I said, and you guys need to understand, he is the biggest fucking issue with the movie franchise. Not Michael Bay, even though Michael Bay did his own thing with the live action movies, hence why some people overhated it and all that. And why Travis Knight made the movie one-sided, and Stephen Campbell Jr. is respecting not just G1 or the movies that came before, but Beast Wars as well.
Exactly. That's why I like him. He's being very respectful to all fandoms.
and real
But
quick,
here's the problem. Lorenzo, one of the producers, in fact, the main producer, and not to mention he's the producer for the animated movie coming out next year.
Damn it.
So, and you want to know what Lorenzo's excuse was on
What?
why he thinks it should be a prequel and connect to the Bayverse?
Why?
Did y'all not hear this?
No.
He said, and I quote, "Because it's still our characters." You do not own the franchise, nigga. You don't own the franchise. Hasbro owns the franchise. They're the ones who can say it's a reboot. Steven can say it's a reboot because it feels like a true reboot. That is a sequel to Bumblebee, unconnected to the Bayverse, because he said that they're going in a direction that allows them to protect the Bayverse, meaning it's a different timeline, essentially a different continuity. So if that's the case, it's a reboot. Lorenzo is making it difficult. And I saw Raging Nation's video saying,
I
it
have
can be
not
connected.
watched that guy in a while. Holy shit.
Hey, you're not the only
No,
one.
Titus. You should see the comment sections on his recent video. People went off on him because they're like, no, it's a reboot. Are you dumb? And Starscream, a famous person who comments, said made obvious mentions that Alex must be delusional. Alex is delusional for thinking it should be a prequel. When, for starters,
Wait, Alex,
Unicron is not Earth. Unicron is not Earth. How many Autobots that we saw in the Bayverse are on Earth in 1994 with the introduction of the Maximals and the Terracons,
but Alex,
characters that were not mentioned in the Bayverse at all?
Is it you talking about the Rage Nation? Is that who you're talking about?
Yes, I'm talking about the Rage Nation. I'm talking about Alex, and that he wants to be delusional and high and say, "Oh, it can be connected to." This nigga is probably listening to Lorenzo more than he's listening to Stephen Cable Jr. And I'm just here like, did you not see Alfonso's interview with Stephen, and where he said it's a reboot? Alfonso asked, and Steven confirmed it is a fucking reboot. But niggas like Alex and some niggas in the comment section want to be high, close-minded, and delusional and want this to be part of the Bayverse. No, they're high. They're delusional. What the fuck?
And hey, for the record, not just them, but Lorenzo in general. So you're gonna tell me that Bumblebee and Rise of the Beast are connected to the Bayverse? Okay, explain this. How? Okay, are you going to tell me, explain how Bumblebee ended up in, I don't know what year did Bumblebee movie take place in again?
1987. Bumblebee took place in 1987, but the last night, no. The last night, as you know, contradicted a lot of things because it had Bumblebee and Hot Rod during World War II. In the 1940s. So it's like, it can't be a prequel, because if it were, how was Bumblebee able to go back to Cybertron and then come back to Earth? That made no sense. That was going to make no sense at all.
And hey, here's a fun fact for you, real quick before you go on, Prince. If this is true, and they had 2 post-credit scenes planned, no, I'm just speculating. Anyways, from what we heard, there were going to be 2 post-credit scenes, but for the mid-credit scene, they had 2 ideas. One of them I won't say what it is, but the other one, or hang on, I won't say what the one they went with is, but another one was that they wanted G1 Megatron. And I hate to say this, I'm a little upset. Here's why. The Bumblebee movie cut out G1 Megatron, and now this movie cut out G1 Megatron. What the fuck? Why give hate to Megatron? Megatron must execute you.
No, see, because the issue is not Megatron, but how they wanted to incorporate it. Because, like I said before, if you guys are listening, the producers got cold feet when Travis Knight wanted to make it a reboot. And for the most part, he did. But the inclusion of Megatron still being frozen at Sector 7 was far into production, to where it featured in a version of the story that had it connected as a prequel. But as we know, Megatron's absence in Bumblebee left a mark. And do you want to know what the intention was? How long have you guys been following Bumblebee and Rise of the Beasts?
A lot. I literally follow the behind the scenes all the time. Well, Bumblebee, I didn't really follow the behind the scenes that much, but I still did.
Yeah.
Well, Prince, and to anyone else watching and listening, if you follow the behind the scenes of the movie since, 2019 and, interviews Travis Knight had, Travis mentioned that Megatron was going to be on Cybertron, destroying shit, annihilating shit.
Wait, destroying? I heard he's supposed to be on Cybertron. I didn't know he was going to be destroying stuff. I thought it was just going to be like, I thought they replaced him with Soundwave and he was going to say Decepticons attack. You're telling me he was going to do some damage?
Yes, Prince. Yes, Prince. Travis wanted to include Megatron during the Cybertron scene with the other Decepticons, wiping shit out. But no, we have to blame the producers because they got cold feet when Travis made this reboot.
Hey, I know who we can blame. Are you ready, Shamar? Take a guess. Take a guess on who we get to blame. Hold on. Say it.
Lorenzo.
Exactly. Galoa. That bitch must be executed. Fire him.
Wait,
no, they need to bring in a new producer. They really need to bring in a new producer, and preferably a producer who was a Transformer fan.
Now, hold on.
That's what we need. That's what we need. Travis Knight was a Transformers fan because he grew up with G1. Stephen Campbell Jr. is a Transformers fan because he grew up with the '86 movie and Beast Wars. Michael Bay isn't really a Transformers fan because he didn't know jack shit and just did his own thing with that universe of his. That's the thing.
And I must also rant about the potential cut of Transit because if it's Alvin Shush, if it's true that they cut him out of the film because if he killed Transit, then it will remind people too much of Baber's Prime.
Well, from what I heard, it was supposed to. From what I heard, sorry to cut you off, Prince. From what I heard, I'm going to take this as rumors, but from what I heard, the scene was going to be that brutal of a fight.
Then keep it in! Oh my God! No, I want to go to them and beat the living hell out of them because saying that, oh, it's going to be brutal, then keep it in. It is a war. Why are you so...
And like me and Nidus...
Optimus Prime is a leader. We don't want him to be a murderer or a killer, yes. But at the same time, if he kills a Decepticon, why do you care if he kills him brutally? This is a war. This is no longer a Saturday night cartoon that you can watch with your family. This is a war. There's gonna be brutal kills, and if it was gonna be brutal, then keep it in. Because I want brutal fights in this film. I want him to rip them to shreds. I want him to kill them. I want it to be dark, brutal as hell. It doesn't have to be 100% dark or brutal. I'm not saying that at all. But at the same time, if the fight was going to be a brutal fight, then keep it in. Why y'all so scared? Just because Baber's Prime killed a lot of cons doesn't mean he can't kill, and doesn't mean he can't kill brutal.
He's already done it in the Bumblebee movie.
He has literally done it in the B movie. So why y'all
he did it to the Stinkers.
Why y'all so scared to let the leader of the Autobots himself kill a Decepticon? Kill a Decepticon or Terracon, whatever. If anything, he deserves to kill him brutally out of everyone on the team because he's the freaking leader of the entire freaking cause. And if I see the movie and I see Optimus kill Scourge, Nightbird, or Bowser, if he kills any one of them and it's like either it's brutal or he just kills them in general, nah, then at that point you deleted a scene for absolutely no reason. You could have just kept it in.
I am on the same boat. Like I think it's so stupid that people. I saw this one comment on a TikTok once saying, "Oh my gosh, this." I said they need to wait until the next movie happened because this one person on the comments where this person on TikTok made showing Baber's Optimus is, like that Dark in the Moon scene where he destroys the Decepticon army and Shockwave. Then someone left a comment saying the reboot Optimus can beat up Baber's Optimus. And I was like, I had to see more before it pissed me off because it's like, you have to. Optimus is just so flabbergasted. It's like people are really trying to like prove or be like, oh yeah, this Optimus is better than everyone. I don't know. It's like that's the shit that annoys me about people who love giving shit to the Babers in that area, especially. It's just like that, and Optimus should be able to kill. Honestly, he's in a freaking war. He's fighting so much at all the same, and I don't know. I get annoyed when people are like war crimes and just all that shit. It's like, dude, he's in a freaking war. He's the barrier of Primus. He has to do what has to be done. But I don't know. People are retarded.
If people do it as a joke, then yeah, I can take it as a joke. Like hell, I plan to do it in like a few comedy skits because it's funny as a joke. But if you're genuinely upset that he kills Decepticons when it's a war and that's your main thing, yes, I understand that he doesn't always have if he has an other alternative besides killing them, then I can understand that he doesn't always have to kill. But at the same time, if he kills them brutally, you cannot get mad at him because it is a war. If he wants in this movie, he wants him and his Autobots to be safe and go back to Cybertron. Do you really think he's gonna leave an enemy alive on Earth You really think he's gonna face an enemy, know he's on Earth, and be like, oh well, he's just on Earth, whatever. Nah, he gonna kill the motherfucker because then that enemy is gonna come after them and kill them. Use your brains, son of a bitch.
And
Yeah,
also,
honestly.
real quick, off topic just for a sec. Hey Prince, I like that stop motion video you did.
Oh yes, thank you.
Oh yeah, that also that reminds me. You're welcome.
Fucking stupid, Prince. Fucking stupid.
Yeah.
What?
The video.
Battle Trap just turns into B virus and attacks Skirt.
Nah,
Absolute stupidity. Absolute stupidity.
so Prince,
That's what you get when you get a Prince video.
wait.
Yeah, so that's what you get when you get a comedy skit from my videos.
So Prince, that's what you needed the photos for.
What?
That's what you needed the photos for.
Yeah.
Nah, you better do more with it.
Hey, Prince, look how many views that video got.
Oh yeah. I literally checked it. I posted it 2 hours yesterday, like 2 hours ago, and I looked back at it 2 hours later, and I saw it got 64 likes. I'm like, Jesus, like, nah. If I see a video of mine that gets a lot of views and a lot of likes, and it has nothing to do with my series, I must praise it as well. It must get praised because this video did so well, and I'm surprised.
Because Prince, them must praise the Lord. You must praise the Lord.
Galore, I say galore.
I'm chewing so fucking loud, bro. Leave that little guy alone. What the fuck is you gonna do if I don't?
Real quick, I just love that whenever he attacks Skirt, you hear him go.
Yeah, because I was actually in the video.
And I would make a counter argument for why Optimus can and at the same time shouldn't kill, but then y'all would get on my ass.
No,
Nah.
Shamar.
Shamar, say your reasoning, and I'll decide if it's treason or not. Say your reasoning.
Nah, Prince. Not just you. We all will.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, he can say his reasoning, and then depending on if it's treason or not, we may or may not get on your ass for it. But we have to hear it first.
And why would it be treason? Because, see, I assume Beerus Prime has no morals.
What the fuck? Nigga. Like,
He doesn't.
He can
does.
have morals.
What the fuck?
He can have morals, but then again, that shouldn't stop him from killing. Like I said, if you let the enemy go one time, they're not just gonna instantly turn into a good guy because you let them go. They're gonna come back. So you might as well just take them out at that point. And if you do let them go,
Good example, Sentinel Prime.
and if you do let them go for like one time, and then the second time they come back, kill them, execute them, because they lost their chance. You gave them a chance and they failed, so kill them.
Nidus.
What you want?
Nidus. Fuck the ending of Dark of the Moon. Fuck the ending of Dark of the
That
Moon.
is one of the best endings. What do you mean?
No, fuck.
I
Darkest-
will
Fuck
agree.
Dark of the Moon for the ending. You want to know why? No.
You're not disrespecting Dark of the Moon. Dark of the Moon's like one of the best favorites movies.
No, fuck Dark of the Moon.
Shut up.
No, fuck you.
I'm trying to speak. So,
I tried to speak
as
20
for
fucking
that
times and got
ending-
cut off.
As for that ending for Dark of the Moon, that is one of the only times I will agree that, yeah, he kind of didn't need to do that, because finding out the old ending that they're actually going to have a truce, I mean, I would have liked the truce more, because then we'd actually get more robot interactions instead of it just being stale and not really getting, and they only really interacting when it's like a war or like a battle. So I can kind of understand that the ending that we got is not as good as the ending that we could have gotten.
I'm gonna say this Megatron didn't deserve that. He
bull
No,
fucking
kick
shit.
Nidus.
Oh, hell no.
Kick Nidus.
No.
Kick Nidus.
Oh,
Because
I
Nidus does not understand the original ending for Dark of the Moon, and that why Dark of the Moon was supposed to end a different way.
I know how it was supposed to end. There's even a novel. There was even a comic on it. I know
Exactly.
the
No,
original
yeah,
ending
I'm
of
just
Dark and the
saying.
Moon.
I'm just-
Megatron
what
makes
I'm
the
trying to
truce
say
with
is-
Optimus, and they have their truce, and Megatron leaves. Boom.
No, hold
That's
on, hold
all
on,
that
hold on.
happens.
What I mean is, whenever I say Megatron didn't deserve that, is what I'm trying to say is he did not. Prime didn't give him a chance to put up a fight. All he did was run, deploy his battle mass, grab his axe from his broken arm, put it in his chest, take out the axe, get right behind him, shove the axe into his head, and pull off.
This is
And
literally
Meg-
my league right here
And
because I
literally,
literally studied this movie a lot.
you could see Megatron trying to reload his shotgun.
That's exactly what I was about to point up. He was literally going to fight back against Optimus. Megatron in this version, he's a snake. He's a manipulator, all about power and stuff, and he was determined to like. If Optimus disagreed, he's like, "All right, fuck you." Megatron's that type of character. He's like, "If you're not with me, then you're my enemy." That's basically how Megatron operates
He's
in
not
this universe.
Anakin.
What?
Stop trying to turn on the fucking Anakin.
Oh no, that's just the facts of Megatron in the Babers. And on top of that, I disagree that Megatron doesn't deserve it. No, he deserved every ounce of it because throughout the history before that moment, Megatron brought a two-part invasion, had his father figure and mentor betray him and kill one of his closest friends, and Megatron was responsible for killing Sam, and he killed Optimus Prime himself,
Not
and
responsible.
he, you know,
Sam didn't die until after that.
Why, Alvin? Why do you like interrupting people?
No,
You
no.
interrupt me.
And okay, I'm gonna real quick. Whenever you say he killed Sam, are you talking about in Revenge of the Fallen, real quick?
yes, I'm talking about
Okay.
moment
And
before
okay.
Dark of the Moon, Revenge of the Fallen. Megatron did a lot. He killed Sam. He killed Optimus Prime. He brought a two-part invasion to Earth in Dark of the Moon. He did the same. The only difference in this one is he had an alliance with their father figure / mentor, Sentinel Prime. And Sentinel killed Ironhide. And additional, they brought another invasion and invaded Chicago and killed half of humanity. And that pissed off Optimus even more. And you're telling me Megatron doesn't deserve to die?
He does. Like he deserves to. Like I don't like. He deserves to die. Yeah, but at the same time, the original ending we got would have been better.
Oh yeah, that would have been great. But yeah. The ending we got is still justified. I still feel like it's justified. And they even show Megatron is power hungry because when Carly calls him a bitch, Megatron's like, okay, you're right. And then his original line was in the novel saying 2 will stand and 1 will fall. But in the new version, he says, this is my planet. So that's his ego talking. Then all about power. He's like, I'm in charge. Fuck you.
I just love. And by the way, real quick before you continue, I love that whenever or Carly says, in any minute now, you'll be nothing but Sentinel's bitch. And Megatron is so pissed off, he wants to
He's gonna kill her. He was literally gonna kill her.
And he's like, wait a minute.
He literally paused and he realized that she was right. And he was like, you know what? Fuck this. And that's my point though. And I get so annoyed when I get these comments all the time on that video. People are like, Megatron saved Optimus's life and Optimus repays him by killing him. It's like, do you guys not pay attention to the fucking movie? Megatron doesn't give a living fuck about Optimus at all in this cut. All he cares about is getting his power back and being like, I'm the boss around here. Because Megatron was even being treated, I could even admit, he was treated like a bitch in Dark of the Moon. Sentinel literally shoved him against the wall and ripped his head off. And he was like saying, oh, I'm not with you. Fuck you. But yet,
and also,
it's funny. It's funny.
If I was to make that scene, I would literally, if Sentinel does that, Megatron will literally put up a fight against it. Like he would literally fight back. Don't let him do that to you. Nah.
Yeah. The thing is that Sentinel Prime in this universe is like the Alpha Trion to Megatron and Optimus. So that's why
Yeah.
Optimus was so heartbroken in the beginning. Then his heart, went from being shocked and heartbroken to like anger and rage because of everything he's lost at this point of period of
And
time.
and what all I'll say is this: I would have been fine with Prime killing Megatron in Dark of the Moon. I just wish we gotten like a full fight, like literally. I mean, yes, we got that in the other films, but okay, he put up a good fight against Sentinel, and yet he got his arm torn off. So I mean, Sentinel got the best of him, but I kind of
did.
wish. But then again, I would have loved to seen like a bit of a longer fight instead of a short fight. Like, give us a good Optimus Prime versus Megatron fight, and let's see
Yeah,
if
I think
let's see
Yeah.
how Prime would be able to battle him with one arm. Like,
yeah, and clearly they kind of showed this off in the last night. Megatron lost an arm. He's like with Optimus, he's like struggling. He's like begging for his life. Megatron gets his arm chopped off. He's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna still fight.
we were brothers.
It's funny to me because Optimus is begging like a little bitch, and Megatron loses his arm, and he's like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna keep fighting. Fuck off!" And he grabs his sword. He's literally fighting Optimus still, while Optimus in Dark of the Moon, he's like whining and complaining. He's
what
like
is it?
begging.
Hold on. What is it that Prime said to Sentinel before he decided to raise his blade again? Please. He said, please.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Optimus is like grunting, yelling, and and he's terrified, and he's like, he yells, he's like, please, and then Sentinel knocks him down, and Megatron comes around, and honestly, again, Megatron in this movie, and about that scene about Megatron, not really, he's fighting back. Megatron was dying in this movie. I know this much because it's like, well, given I'm a big fan of Bayverse and I like doing my research, it's Megatron's way to being revived in Revenge of the Fallen. His spark chamber, where the fragment was stabbed, it was stabbed in his forehead. That explains why Galvatron had a reactor in his chest, because his spark was in his mind now. And in Dark of the Moon, so forward after Revenge, Megatron couldn't, like we humans, when we cut ourselves or we accidentally hurt ourselves and we have a cut, our skin regenerates or whatever, we're fine. But for like Megatron and So-So, Megatron couldn't do that. So he had to have these little bugs and stuff that like heal him up because he couldn't do it himself. Yeah, his internal body couldn't do it because his body's not fully functional. He's technically alive, but not really. So he's like an undead transformer almost. So he was slowly dying. He was slowly dying in Dark of the Moon. So, and another thing is, given I'm also a voice actor, I can detect this. When you hear Megatron in Africa, he sounds like basic Megatron. But by the end of the movie, he sounds like he's really tired and just really dry, just really worn out. Like he just sounds like he's sick. And Megatron was definitely on the verge of death, and he just wanted to make a truce. But Optimus, in this cut, didn't care because
he made his life short pretty much.
Well, yeah, like everything Optimus has been through with Megatron, Optimus went from trying to not fight back against Megatron, but now he had to, especially in Revenge of the Fallen, because Optimus knew who Megatron was working with at this point of period of time. But yeah, that's my point. Dark of the Moon, it was definitely one of the best Michael Bay Transformer films out there, and like I've explained to you, Starscream, about Megatron's character.
I'll be right back in a minute. But go ahead and continue. Okay.
I was saying Megatron goes from being power hungry, like in 2007, in Revenge of the Fallen, he's just a Darth Vader role, and in Dark of the Moon, he basically takes all the teachings the Fallen taught him, and he's more like the Palpatine, and he tries to be in command above Sentinel Prime, but it doesn't work out for him, of course. And in Age of Extinction, he's like, fuck everything. In the last night, lore-wise, Megatron, I think he was trying to be strategically smarter and try to play more by the book, and instead of trying to do things his way, he's trying to be more smart and so because the humans actually have a lot of their information. I don't know how else to word it. They just know how to tear them up, and Megatron definitely knows that because of what happened in not the last night, in Age of Extinction. Because when he was Galvatron, he knew what was going on. So it's like, I think Megatron knows there's certain things that he won't tolerate or deal with. And I would also probably think Megatron thinks it's a waste of his time. It's better just to go up to the humans. I personally think he should have raided the prison. That's what I think he should have done. But whatever. But yeah,
he definitely should have raided it.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
It would have made more sense for the humans to try to stop him, because how are you gonna give him back his troops and then try to stop him? Like, you dumbass.
Yeah, I agree. Like, that was one thing I thought it was weird, and there were some cuts that I've noticed. I know a lot about The Last Night because I did a lot of research on it, and I looked into what they did. Even Steve Jablonsky has said many times in his interviews after The Last Night was finished, he talked about how much he was disgusted with Paramount or whoever told him to redo a lot of stuff the week before premiere of the movie. And even Steve Jablonsky had to reuse a lot of music from Age of Extinction and from other movies and so he wasn't happy at all. That's why he wasn't even present in Bumblebee. He was going to compose Bumblebee. I mean, they approached and asked him, but he said, nah, I'm not doing it, because he was pretty pissed off at them. And I mean, I know he's composing something for Rise of the Beast. That, that's cool. That he's back. But yeah, The Last Night kind of had, if you know Star Wars, it's kind of like the same treatment as Rise of Skywalker. A lot of shit happened behind the scenes, and it was just pretty bad. And The Last Night had a similar treatment, unfortunately. But my stand with Rise of the Beast, though, I'm all for the what?
Oh, nothing. I was talking about this film I was making.
Oh, okay. Basically, where I stand, I want the reboot to happen. I would like it to happen.
Good.
But I want all I want is some aspects of Bayverse to still remain, like elements at least. Not like in story, but like in terms of CGI, which they're doing. Like, for Optimus, they're putting some similarities, merging Peter Cullen and Trilogy Optimus's face together. That's great. I'm I'm glad they didn't do it to RC though. I really hated RC's design in Bayverse. It was not it.
Oh yeah. I hated that. Even as a kid, I loved a lot of Bayverse designs as a kid, and I still do. But RC design was just one of those designs I just hated.
Yeah, it was really bizarre. It was weird.
And not only RC, and it wasn't just RC. Chromia and Elita 1 got it too, and it was like,
yeah.
I still hate how they were portrayed in the movie as well.
Yeah.
Now, honestly, I just thought it was stupid. Like, those designs were just stupid, and I didn't really care that they died. I was kind of glad, actually, because, like I said, I hated those designs. But
I would say one of the best designs, to me, in my opinion, were top 5 for me was Trilogy Optimus, Ironhide, Ratchet. I really liked Jazz. Jazz was amazing. I liked his design a lot. What?
If you hate on Bumblebee's design, I will hurt you.
No, I actually did like Bumblebee's design in the Bayverse a lot.
Good.
It was one of my favorites, but my personal favorite from the Bayverse was The Last Night, because it was basically the it was a sleeker version of Dark and the Moon Bumblebee. That's basically what it was, and I liked it. It was
Why is
nicer.
Wait, why did Alvin leave? Why he's backstage now? And Alvin, stop hating on Prime with a mouth. Damn you. Nah, I'd rather Prime have a mouth than fucking Wheeljack.
Yeah, Optimus having a mouth is not really an issue at all. I always liked Optimus having a mouthpiece, having a mask, and
Do not disrespect the mask. Never disrespect the
No,
mask.
I'm not disrespecting. I love the mask more. Obviously, I love the mask more for a lot of characters, especially.
I think everyone does.
All I'm just saying is, I don't mind it if the mask is retractable, because one of the reasons, obviously because Babers, I grew up with this, so I mean, I love the mask look more. I love the mask look more, even as a kid. I just thought the mask looked. I thought he looked cooler with the mask on, but when he has a face, I don't think it's that bad. It's better than
There wasn't.
I'll tell you that right now. It's better than Wheeljack having a face.
Prime's faces in like Trilogy Optimus and the new one from Age of Extinction. I've been looking at all the faces, and honestly, I still think Trilogy Optimus's face is like the best one in live action. It was like one of the best ones, and
I said I agree.
Yeah. No, I'm not degrading at all for the Age of Extinction one or whatever, but it's good. But the trilogy one is just more iconic in my opinion.
But I will say though, when they make Prime figures, obviously give him the mask. Unless it's Invasion Mode Prime. That's like the only figure I'll let slide with no mask. But all the other ones have masks.
Yeah, the Invasion Mode Optimus. Oh man, I really like that design. Like, see, that was another thing I really appreciated from Bay. He really respected, in ways he did acknowledge G1. I mean, he literally gave Optimus the flat nose vehicle mode, but kept the trilogy design for Optimus, but he had like some aspects of the flat nose vehicle mode. And it was nice, for as short it was still cool that he incorporated that into Age of Extinction.
Alvin, it's basically the same face except with a few changes.
It's minor things for Rise of the Beast Optimus. It's literally less exaggerated. That's the best way to put it. And but yeah, I don't know. Probably backstage.
I will hurt it.
But yeah, I mean that.
I'm back now.
Oh yeah, Alvin went backstage for some whatever reason.
Get your ass back in here.
I accidentally reloaded the page, so fuck you.
That's crazy.
Who the fuck do you think you are, Prince?
What the hell you mean?
You always say that's crazy. I don't want to hear shit.
That was me that said it.
I didn't say that this time.
I said, who do you think you are, Prince?
It is I, Prince Productions. No.
Now that's crazy. Yes.
Prince is affecting every single one. I hate it. I hate every moment of it. Every single one of Prince. You are all different looking Prince Productions. And
what?
Your mic is spazzing out, I think, Prince.
Wait, hold on. Well,
there we go.
I said every single one of them is just a different looking you.
Every single what?
Every single one is you, but you all look different. You all act the exact fucking same.
What are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about specifically?
I think he's talking about us. We're acting like you. Me, Nidus. I think that's what he's referring to.
Yes, it is. Prince.
How am I acting like Prince?
You keep on saying that's crazy.
He rubbed off on me in a non-weird way. His words are infectious.
Nah, Prince is just infecting every single one of you with his personality.
Nah, his B virus video is more effective than anything else.
Yeah, freaking. Yeah, I'd say that's crazy the most from whatever. That's like the main thing I say. That's
Hey,
what-
there's only one thing I have to say. This is why I told you not to touch it.
there is a reason why I told you not to touch it.
Because you're the only one that is stupid enough to be a Decepticon, so you go in there.
Hot Rod, I knew you will be my downfall.
Prince, why did you?
Ah!
Friend, I don't know about you, but I regret having you show Nidus the B virus video now.
Nah, why do you regret now?
Why?
Hold on.
Have you not heard him for the
Yeah,
past
why? What?
Have you not heard him for the past 2 fucking minutes? Or are you just
Oh yeah, that. Nah, you can't regret now. Nah, the B virus will have to be shown regardless. Either he would watch it willingly, or I would force him to.
Nah. He did watch it before. You forced him to watch it again.
When I first
Oh,
met
yeah.
you, Prince, you had me watch it because you wanted to
Uh,
show me some of your stop motion work, and I was actually curious.
Yeah.
For those who haven't seen, I clipped a couple of his B virus, or I did a couple of clips, and this is my favorite one. And I have not showed them on here, so I'm gonna. This is the part when Optimus Prime dies. I went on TikTok since they had the Optimus Prime voice, and just for the record, the part where Prime dies, I did a little bit of a remake. So
They turned you into the Earthrise figure, kind of a downgrade, if you ask me. I'll take you all on.
So much enthusiasm.
just wait.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. Age, what the? Always trying to be my downfall, huh? No, wait, oh, damn it. Fuck, shit, fuck, shit, fuck.
That ending did not sound like an actual yell. It sounded like something else, which is concerning.
I know.
No.
That's why I left it in. Whenever he's cursing and he went RRR, I wanted it to be a yell, but whenever he went RRR, I just left it in. And whenever Prince heard it, I can only imagine his first reaction to that.
Yes.
And I know on his channel he can't have swearing or anything like that, so I thought I'd kind of do a
I'll allow words like damn or what the hell, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But because YouTube's not that stingy on those two words, but other words are kind of like too stingy.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad you approve of that, even that part. Oh my. But yeah, I did a couple of them, but using the Peter Cullen Optimus Prime voice from TikTok, so.
Yes.
But anyways. But nah, Prince knows how to spread the virus, and literally we're infected with his virus.
You guys are. Both of you are. And I hate it.
Nah, you were
Hey,
infected too, Alvin. You literally turned your character to V-Virus, so you're infected too.
Yes, but I'm not the one infected by you, just sounding like you're 24/7.
Yeah.
I'll be on a call with Nidus. All of a sudden, he'll just say, "That's crazy."
That's crazy.
Okay, here, let me just say this. Okay, do you know, for those who haven't heard this, okay, you know the part in the B virus whenever Huffer says he's the booty warrior?
Yes, whenever Shamar said that, I'm well aware.
Oh,
Well, Shamar didn't say it, I said, but
I know.
You know, every time I hear Alvin, it just sounds like he's like so angry.
okay. All right, here's what happened.
I mean,
And Prince, I remember when I told Prince this in a live stream, he bursted out laughing. So me and my buddy, we were riding our bikes through town and all that, and we went through the McDonald's parking lot. People were already leaving, and I screamed out, "I am the Booty Warrior," and all I hear is people saying, "What the fuck?"
Be like that.
Nah, see, I was there, and it's still not funny to me.
How is it not funny to you?
I don't know.
That's
All right,
crazy.
Maybe because
Well-
I know more. And Nitus,
Bruh.
can you please stop saying that for 1 fucking minute.
Wait, hold on. Alvin. Wait, what do you mean? Like the part where Alvin told his story was not funny to you?
Yes, the part when Starscream told the story.
How is it not funny to you though? Like
That's
that is-
crazy.
Oh my god, Nitus, shut up for 1 minute.
And hang on, by the way, we're past the spoiler part. We were talking about spoilers, but then we ended that topic. So now we're just
Yeah, we ended that topic because we have someone in here who hates spoilers. Not gonna name names, but it starts with a K and it ends with productions.
Okay, I don't know why y'all like spoilers. That's weird. But that's just me. We're separate.
Well,
people.
Prince,
me personally, I actually like to be surprised, but that's just.
Hey, I'm just gonna let you know. I mean, I'm only hearing what I'm hearing when it comes to the spoilers or reading, but I'm gonna say this: as we get closer and closer to the movie, I'm probably just gonna end up avoiding the internet in general. Maybe more so YouTube and Instagram. But when I do get on Instagram, I'm probably gonna have to black out my screen or something like that and just click on the messages.
Honestly, every time I look at when I first boot Instagram, I don't have to worry about that. I just go on my messages.
you would want those, Nitus.
Huh?
You would want those.
You would.
Want what? Wait, what?
Want what? Want what?
The movie.
Spoilers, damn it!
Oh, I
Spoilers.
thought you.
Nah,
want to get
nah,
out. But
nah.
you would.
Nah.
Probably going to.
I mean, if I want to, like, literally, if I wanted to make more TV spots, I could have. I'd be like, I could have been like that guy, made a new TV spot, it's all spoiler, and I just sent it to Prince.
Nah.
What'd you say, Prince?
Well, I didn't say anything.
Nah,
Oh.
you 100% should.
No, I told nah. What part of no spoilers do you not understand?
I haven't made any in a while, so yeah,
Don't make
you don't need to
more.
worry.
Don't listen to Alvin. He only wants your downfall.
I want to see your.
Always trying to be my downfall, huh? No, wait. Oh, no.
Alvin, always trying to be my downfall.
No, I'm trying to be Prince's downfall.
And you wonder why we bully you.
Because you bully me, Prince.
You know what? Hey, you know what? Since I can curse on this stream, and I'm sure me and Nidus and Prince will be on my side. Fuck you for getting the Gamer Edition figures.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean these gamer edition?
No,
You mean
No.
these ones?
no,
Oh no.
You're talking about these ones, Starscream?
no. Prince, he must be executed.
Can I
How
just
do you
say I really hate
how do you
Bumblebee's
have them
robot
on
mode.
deck?
I really hate Bumblebee. I hate his
No, no,
chest. It's so
What
it's
is
so
your Nidus?
dumb.
Why do you
Nah,
hate?
Alvin.
Why do you hate? Why do you hate the good old computer mouse? Is it computer mouse? What's your problem with the mouse?
Alvin, how the hell did you have them on deck? What the hell?
I've been messing around with them this entire stream.
Crazy. Nah. Luckily, the Bumblebee does not affect me. It's actually a Bumblebee figure I actually don't want. So,
And,
Prince, listen to me and listen to me right the fuck now.
no,
You better get this fucking mouse.
no.
Get the mouse. I'll use his
I-
sword to stab.
I refuse. I'm resistant to temptation.
Prince, if you don't get them, then I'm not gonna get any more Rise of the Beast stuff.
Nah, you have to get the Rise of Beast stuff. What is wrong with you? Why do you want
Hey,
Get him, I'm not gonna get the Beast stuff.
Nidus,
Yep.
can me and you agree that the older version of the Bumblebee somewhat looks better in robot mode?
Hang on.
Yeah,
If my mouse will respond, hang on. I need to full screen you.
Start and turn your
I
phone.
can actually see.
Yeah, that looks way better.
That's a lot better.
I mean, heck, look at the newer version.
Ah!
Hold on.
What the hell?
Look at the newer version. I mean, the backpack is a little bit smaller, but still, the backpack is the exact same.
Who the hell yelled?
That was me because I saw the back.
And also, I like that he has the swords. But like I said, this one looks
Apparently, I humored freaking Prince.
Yes, because that came out of nowhere. You just screamed when you saw the back. I'm like, gee, what was the scream for?
It was disgusting. Oh my gosh.
Nah, it sounded like you got shot.
Nah, again, the new one, they kind of they messed it up because of the chest and some.
No, hold on. First, hold on. You have to admit, when Knight yelled, it sounded like he either got shot or stabbed.
Ah! Stranger danger! Stranger danger!
No, it was better than that. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna clip that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Battletrap's head can turn all the way around.
I just tried it.
You
Just
just
realize
that.
that.
Fucking bald door. What do you expect?
Wait,
¿Por qué?
My gosh. His head's like so tight gripped.
That's what she said.
Nah, hey yo.
I just went there.
I really love his head design. It's so good.
Hey yo.
God damn it. Oh no. Hey, Prince. Well, I hope I gave you some good, funny memories to look back on by sending those clips from JJ's old live streams.
Yes, you did.
And by the way, I thought it was funny the way you showed Metroplex by doing all those little jumps.
Prince, you immediately pull him out, and the first thought you have is to bet. What was it?
Wait, what?
Why was bending him over your first thought to do with Metroplex?
Because that's how he used to do the old executed for treason. He did it with the Scourge figure.
You know, my only problem about the Studio series with their hands, why do they not give them actual fingertips?
What? Want that?
You heard me.
And then,
You nasty hoe. Wow.
nah, who the hell is... How did I hear Starscream's laugh without him actually laughing?
Also, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is fantastic. If y'all don't see it, then y'all are hoes.
Yes, I saw it yesterday, Prince. It was.
Hey, can I say something real quick?
It's about
What?
Spider-Man.
Real quick. I just want to say I only saw some of the clips, but I'm going to try to watch the movie tonight. I like that we got to see MCU Prowler as a cameo.
Yes, I saw
Yeah.
that. He pointed it out to my friend. He was so fucking confused.
I already seen
I
like
saw that.
I saw a clip of
and
that.
I saw that, and I literally I went crazy. I was not expecting that. Not only that, but we had Mrs. Chen for the Venomverse in there as well. That was a
Yeah.
huge surprise.
I saw that, Prince. I grabbed my friend, shook him, and said Venom. He was fucking terrified.
Now you see, I'm honestly surprised. I actually didn't see any spoilers for Across the
Oh, shit.
Spider-Verse.
Wait, Prince.
Because I mean, yeah, I would have to avoid like a few TV. I would have to avoid a few TV spots here and there, but it wasn't like Rise of the Beast where I had to cover my screen 24/7. Like it's been easier for us.
Prince, look at the fucking.
What?
The time is your. Oh, you fucking missed it.
What time?
It was 7:11.
Oh. Oh, and not only that, but as soon as I saw the movie, the same day I came home, I instantly saw spoilers online. I was like, "Oh, I'm so glad I saw it today."
See,
And
Prince, spoilers for it online, and then I saw it, and then I did.
I do need to ask: does Cyborg's like I said, I just want to know this one thing. Does Cyborg Spider-Man, that big, huge one with that big gun, does he even speak?
No, he barely does anything, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, damn. I was actually looking forward to that big fucker.
I wasn't. I knew she was going to be a short cameo of Spider-Man because he barely was promoted.
And I'm actually shocked that even though it was just a reused clip or something like that, at least we got a cameo from Andrew Garfield. Just, you know what part I'm talking about, if you've seen it.
Yeah.
I saw like one thing from that whole movie, and it was a clip on YouTube of Prowler of the big reveal of who he is. I was like, "Ayo."
And I like that. I like whenever Miles sees a MCU Prowler and he says, "What's up?" And he's like, "What's up, man?" And then he goes back to messing with his hands or whatever, and Prowler looks back at him and he says, "It's rude to stare."
Yeah.
I couldn't help but laugh. But man, I was shocked to see that. The minute I instantly recognized his face when I saw him. I was like, "Oh shit, no way."
Wait, really quickly, Nidus, question for you.
Yes.
Did you watch Into the Spider-Verse finally?
Finally, he hasn't seen it yet. Nice. I am.
Tell him, hey,
this way
Prince, I
possible.
said, tell him that it's on Netflix.
You will die.
So, have you watched it yet or no?
He hasn't seen it yet, though.
Ned, did you watch it?
I was actually gonna watch it after
No,
the
not
stream. I was gonna do it last night.
No.
No.
The fact it took you this long, no, I have to kill you. You have to die. You have to be murdered because you dare not see one of the best animated films of all time. Actually, it was the best animated film, but Across the Spider-Verse took its place. But still, you dare take this long to see it? I will hurt you. You will not see the light of day again, you bastard.
I have to tell him who Peter B. Parker was.
You had to tell him. He doesn't even deserve to be in the article. Wait, what's wrong with Wikipedia? Why is Wikipedia so dangerous?
Well, I guess they basically confirmed our villain for the fourth Spider-Man movie.
How?
Prowler for Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Well, we don't know if he's going to be in the next one, but, like... We don't know if he's going to be the main villain, I should say.
Well, I mean, he might be part of it at least.
No, he's definitely going to be part of it. I'm just saying, he's probably not going to be the main villain.
I thought it was funny that they had just a random rhino just in one of the cages.
Well, yeah, it's the rhino. What do you expect?
It was just a regular animal rhino. That's all I'm saying. Oh, goddamn it.
He said he'd be right back. His internet's acting up.
Oh, yeah.
I have to go, actually.
Nah. Where are you going?
A friend of mine needs my help on VR chat, and after that, I was gonna probably. What time is it? I might, after done with VR chat, I might stop by to say hi to some buds because they asked if I wanted to come by and say, hang out with them, and I haven't seen them in a while, so I'm like, yeah, why not? But I mean, how this stream is still live, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's been live for 3 hours. He's going until we hit 4. Then Prince and Shamar are gonna yell at him to end it.
I'm gonna let Shamar come back later.
No, after Starscream ended after 4 hours, they're gonna stay in here for another 3 and just talk and do some bracket.
Yeah.
So there really wouldn't be a point to end the stream, but still.
I'm actually gonna be playing Fall Cybertron after all that because
what happened Into the Spider-Verse?
What about it?
Nah, just for this, me and you will have to go on a call later, and I will force you to watch it. Forcing you to watch Into the Spider-Verse, I will sit there and I will make you watch it.
Damn.
Spider-Man doesn't wear capes.
That's
all right.
Does wear capes.
All right, T. I'm gonna head out for now.
No, that's crazy.
Oh, and you want to get after me for saying it?
Yeah, well, I'm saying it to you.
That's crazy.
You have one that was your one free pass. Next time I'm gonna get mad at you again. Mark my words, you're gonna get in trouble next time.
So if I say it, you're gonna get mad.
Yes,
Like actually.
I will yell at you again.
Man, the temptation.
Now you must resist the temptation.
Oh man, I must resist.
He must resist the temptation of saying it.
No.
All right, Starscream, you have fun with being here with Alvin.
Yeah, I'm waiting on Prince to get back in here.
All right. Well, Alvin, I will see you in text. Same with you, Starscream. And if Prince ever shows, he is a FAG. He's a fag.
Nah.
All right. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Also, hang on. I'm gonna do something to my thing. Where is it?
What?
Nah, Starscream watch. He's about to become him.
What?
I said you're a character that looks exactly like you.
Dude, I can't get over that shit.
I know. See, when I told you that you were just Peter B. Parker, it was for a reason. You were confused why until you searched it up, weren't you?
Yeah, I was like, why? And then I looked at it, I was like, oh my god. Then I showed you my cut. I'm like, oh my god, we have the same hair.
Exactly. You guys are the exact same person.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to know what Nidus looks like if he was animated, look at Peter B. Parker.
Starscream, you know what I look like, right?
Yeah, I remember.
Have you seen my haircut though?
I think so. I don't remember. Yeah,
I can tell you.
if you want to show your face on here, that's up to you. If you're going to send me a photo on Instagram, go ahead. But it's up to you.
Yeah, I know, but when I showed Alvin, I sent it to my buddy Cyberwave, and we're all like, what the fuck?
See, I'm good at this shit.
Oh,
Apparently. Here.
God.
No, I'm forcing Retro to become Spider-Punk.
I thought you said Spider Pig.
Oh,
Nah, that's my reserved for Starscream.
Damn.
oh, wow. Damn.
And that was a joke. It's reserved for
I
Shamago.
know.
That's crazy.
I said it again, so I'll give you that one. You can say it one next time you say
Oh man, no! I'm used to saying it now.
it. I said it twice, and you said it twice after I've said it twice, and now next time I get mad at you.
I'm not even trying to sound mean, but that sounds kind of bitchy.
The only thing bitchy here is you.
Say what again?
Yeah, you're the bitch. You're a bitch.
No, you're the bitch.
Nah, you're the bitch.
You know what? I'll Thanos your ass. You see this? You see this gauntlet I have? I'll Thanos your ass.
What we're doing, Nidus? Is this really what you want to do?
Join back in.
I'll Thanos. I will literally snap these fingers and you'll be erased.
Nidus,
Yes.
I have but one thing to say to you.
What?
You will try, but I have my own.
I regret giving you that.
You know what? I'm going. Hold on.
You know what? I'm gonna do something that I know Alvin hates.
Hold on. No, just don't make me pull out.
I'm pulling out my Glock now.
No. Watch mine. I am Poos. Oh wait, I didn't click it. I didn't click it. There we go. I am Puss in Boots.
No, I have chest cannons. I have 2 of them.
Oh, so you're saying you have titty cannons?
That's what I'm saying.
The temptation. The temptation.
Night,
Actually, I think the temptation is on Austin Powers with a machine gun Japanese.
No.
Get fucking. Oh, look at that!
It's just nice.
I
Yeah, what's up? It's literally me, dude.
I know. It's just that's just hilarious.
See, Starship, I'm good at it. I'm good at it.
I'm Peter B. Parker, and I'm here to save the world.
Oh, that's not at all what he did.
I know. I've seen some clips of him. He's a total dork.
No, he's fat as well.
What? Oh, Alvin. You hear this? Yeah, you heard that? That's me getting ready to kick your ass.
Nah, go look at a photo of Peter B. Parker.
I hope you heard mine, Pop.
Time for me to kick your fucking ass.
No, actually, go look up a photo of Peter B. Parker. You'll see.
I'm on my way right now. I got my car. Get in. We're driving to his house and we're kicking his ass.
Yeah, good luck getting past the border.
Oh shit.
Nah, hold on. I'm gonna send Nidus a photo of Peter B. Parker. Hold up.
Oh my gosh. That is hilarious. Oh yeah, I forgot you do live in Canada, so damn it. Oh well, I guess we'll have to hijack a plane and fly over and just jump out. We'll just have to fly over the. Oh wait, I forgot they got radar. Damn it! Oh shit!
Oh, that kit for Scourge came out.
Oh, nice.
That makes him look better. Actually makes him more accurate.
Can you send like that 3D printed stuff or something like that with a more accurate head sculpt or something?
Yeah, it's like all that. Hang on, I'm gonna send it from a server that I host.
All right. Because yeah, if it's what I think you're talking about, yeah, I totally agree. It looks really good.
Oh, this is ha 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 ha.
Let me see here.
Nidus, look at the M's and you'll see he's fat.
All right.
It's the most flattering photo of him, and he's still fat.
Go
Starshroom, you want me to send it to you as well?
ahead. Even though I can agree.
I really hate you.
Let me see which one you sent to him.
I'm gonna smite the. All right. I am gonna go ahead and do this whole VR chat thing, and after that,
Starshroom, right? But yeah, see, he's fat. He is fat.
I hate that you give that to me as a combining trait, and it makes me want to cry.
I don't. I was just pointing out that Peter B. Parker is fat.
That implies you saying I'm fat.
Nah, I'm not saying that you're fat. I'm saying Peter B. Parker's fat.
Starscream, does not imply? Does not give the implication? He's saying I'm fat.
You
That is-
would said, I look pretty much exactly like Gwen, so I don't want to hear shit.
Oh,
Okay, you bastard.
Nah, I don't hear that shit. Nah.
I'm gonna cry.
oh my gosh.
Nah, why?
Nothing.
Why are you gonna cry? Nah, let's hear this.
Anyways, you have fun with Alvin here being a little bitch. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later. I'll be back later on tonight.
That's the irony of that coming out of your mouth is crazy.
I'm gonna hurt you. I can't wait to watch that movie with you just to fucking talk over it every 5 seconds to piss you off.
It's not off. See, I'm not Prince. It's not gonna piss me off. It's gonna piss him off. Of course, it's
I like that
Wanna
Prince said. Wait, what?
You
All
wanna-
right. I'll talk to you guys later on tonight. Alvin, you're a bitch.
The irony. The irony.
Oh, the irony that I'm right? Yeah, I am right.
Yeah, because it's ironic coming from you.
Ironic coming from me.
Yeah,
Who's the one literally a bitch in their profile?
you.
No, you. You have a woman as your profile.
Loose.
Oh, what about Luz?
Uh-huh.
She's a good character. You know, she was a great character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great character.
Yeah, now look at who's talking. Mm-hmm. The irony is actually insane.
I hate you.
The irony of this whole thing is insane.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Good luck with Alvin, Starscream.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Okay, bye.
I'm trying to get Shamar back.
Bye.
Actually, proving my point.
Shut up.
Damn.
Nah, I'm dead.
Since you got the first 3 of the Wave 1 Gamer Edition figures, I'm curious, out of all 3 of them, which one do you think is the best, in your opinion? I have to agree.
Then B, honestly.
So Barricade would be 3rd in line.
Literally, this is the order, but going. Give me a minute. There. Best to worst. Bumblebee,
Okay.
because when you have this, he feels nice in the hand. Of course, now Shamar joins.
I promised him I wouldn't leave the stream again. Because if he ends up leaving and he ends up backstage, I'm sure that's the line drawn. And is Shamar, are you really without a shirt?
Is this not a shirt, bastard?
No, it is.
It's not a
Sorry,
shirt.
it almost was. Anyways,
Normally, Shamar, you're not wearing a shirt, so.
well, I mean, it is hot, and I'm curious.
Yes. This is the kind of shirt that is acceptable during the summer, and
Thank you.
you cannot say shit because Starscream probably can relate.
Nah,
Yes.
see, Shamar, unlike you guys, I just become smart, and if I get warm, I just climb a tree.
Oh,
Mac-
yeah, I saw you on that video. You were climbing a tree or something like that.
I did climb a
This
tree.
nigga went Spider-Man mode, climbing a goddamn tree. Monkey ass nigga.
Shamar, the irony. No.
Oh, my gosh.
Nah.
Anyways.
And he's quiet because he knows that it's true.
Anyways, I'm curious, Alvin, since I got you here, is there any speculations or theories that you might have for Rise of the Beast? Since
So my ears are Transit didn't get cut. Terracons are all gonna die. Yeah.
Also, if I do accidentally leave, it's because I'm switching between apps.
okay,
Omar, I thought that the only reason that you left before was because your phone was overheating.
Alvin. Alvin.
What?
Do you want your favorite characters to die, nigga? And
What?
Starscream, I don't know if you've seen my posts, but I killed you. I killed Starscream. And Starscream was not the only one who wasn't safe either.
Yeah,
No.
I saw that.
Jamar, I'm sorry for just assuming that your phone was overheating.
Oh my gosh.
Quiet. Now he's a quiet bitch.
Hey, Shamar, you still there?
Of course.
Okay. Okay, I'm just making sure. I wanted to ask, is there something like wrong with your? Do you guys have air conditioning besides fans or something like that? If you don't mind.
We do, but it's not, plugged in and shit.
Too expensive on the bills, I
Yeah,
assume.
it's already bad enough. The prices for living in a house gone up since 2022.
I blame. Yeah, that's true.
Now, you guys know the difference between Britain and America?
What?
So, in Britain, the town idiot is out yelling at just random shit, just in the park. For you guys, you made him president.
Oh, son of a man! Fuck Biden in general. Just fuck him.
See, and you can't even deny it because you guys know that it's true.
And by the way, I just want to say I thought it was funny that Biden got him so embarrassed he literally fell. I don't know how many of you guys saw that.
He fell again?
Yeah, look. Here, let me see if I can fucking find the video. It's fucking hilarious. It only took seconds until it got posted on the internet. And
That's almost as funny as Joe Biden attempting to describe America in one word.
That's crazy.
Now, who the fuck are you, Prince? Are you just Prince before he became Prince?
Oh my gosh.
Are you just Prince but older? Like, Jesus Christ.
That would be even more crazier if I was. Wow. All right, here. I'm gonna send this to you on Instagram. This is actually funny.
I gotta go anyway, so that's actually perfect timing.
Oh my gosh.
Nah, and you guys want to know another similarity between them?
What?
See, here's the thing. Here's another similarity. Your guy. So in Britain, I said, the person's just yelling. The guy's just yelling at trees. For you guys, it's you made him president. For us, it's just Ratchet Studios.
There you go.
Ratchet Studios is just the biggest idiot I know, and that's saying something. I know some pretty dumb people.
Yeah.
I gotta go. Bye.
All right. Hey, Shamar, are you still there? All right. Hold on a minute. Give me a sec. We're in the middle of a war. There's a war.
Yes.
Anyways, while they're gone, I'm curious, since we were talking about some of the spoilers, and I believe the last thing we were talking about was well, I know we covered Scourge's face. I'm gonna say that I'm definitely curious to see what that's gonna look like and how terrifying it will be. And I know we talked about Mirage and his vehicle forms.
Okay, now I have some bad news that we need to avoid.
Oh shit.
Wikipedia has the plot of Rise of Beasts. Avoid Wikipedia at all costs.
Oh god dang it. Wikipedia, you said?
Yep, avoid it. Avoid it at all costs. They have those bastards uploaded the plot of the movie on there. What the fuck?
Oh my gosh. But anyways, yeah, I'm definitely gonna avoid that. But I'll just stick to what we know so far and what you know.
I don't go on Wikipedia like that, anyways. But if I find something that I'm either gonna like or hate, I'm gonna be like, why? Why did I read this?
Yeah, that makes sense. But and real quick, I will say this: I honestly hope Nightbird dies by RC instead, because
I mean, it would make sense as a bit of a rivalry, since
yeah,
I mean they're only fighting each other during the final battle, but then at the same time, it's like they're not fighting each other in any other scenes that we've seen so far in the movie.
yeah. And literally, I'm just excited for this movie because literally it released this week. And how many days do you have until you get to see the film?
I'm seeing it on the 7th, and you know, at the time of this stream, your stream, it's the
Yeah.
4th. So 3 days. I'm not ready.
Yeah.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready for this movie. I'm sorry. I'm not ready for this movie at all.
No, we need to be.
Me. I'm not ready. Starscream must understand. I am not ready. No.
But the excitement is there. Yes.
That's exactly why I'm taking my mom, my dad, my other little sister, my dad's girlfriend, and funnily enough, I did bring this up in one of my previous streams. My dad's girlfriend is gonna have her sons at the time, and they don't even know that they're gonna see this movie with us. So to them, it's a surprise.
Oh wow. You definitely have a whole lot of people lined up for this. Got to bring everyone.
As for my sister, not the one who's with my dad, but the one that lives with me and my mom, she doesn't want to see it in 4D. And it's not that she doesn't want to see it, she doesn't want to see it in 4D because she's not used to seeing it in 4D. She wants to have the experience of just like sitting down and watching it, even though it beats the point of us going to see it early for the 4D experience. And it's like,
Yeah. That makes sense. Nice. And I'm literally excited for this movie. It's not even funny. Nice.
Starscream. I don't know if you're in the TFS chat that TFN created, but Retro sent something to piss off Prince, and it involves Bumblebee, of course. Me.
Oh God. I can imagine.
It's literally some funny shit. I'm sorry, it's literally some funny shit.
And nah, that new Prince video is crazy on what Battle Trap did Scourge.
I'm still laughing at that quote unquote comedy skit because that wasn't even on Prince's plan. He just made that because he felt like making that.
I just like the little that video caught me off guard completely. Like, nah.
Oh my god. I'm so done with I'm so done with niggas. I'm so done with niggas.
Why? What's going on?
I'm just done with niggas. That's it.
Man, this movie is going to be crazy. And I don't care what anyone says. This is going to be a really good movie. Yeah. Oh my goodness. It's chaos.
I can't.
What happened?
Fucking retro. That's what.
Oh my gosh. I can imagine. Let me see here. Chaos.
I can't. I can't.
Just pure chaos.
You are now at the 3.5 hour mark.
Yes.
Will you end the stream?
Yeah, yes. Should I end it at 3.5 hours?
Well,
You know,
no one else is here. So
Yeah.
if you feel like ending it, since we already did the chaos earlier.
Yeah, true. Anyways. Well, I'm shocked that it went on for the stream went on for this long, and I thank everyone who joined, especially you, Shamar, and I'm just excited for this movie to finally be released. Yes, and actually early access. Yes.
That is why I'm saying it on the 7th. But if you see it on the 8th, then we could talk spoilers. Because I will not spoil it for you if you see it on the 8th. But if you see it on the 7th, then we can fuck nigga. Nigga. And Starscream.
Yeah.
Do your outro so I can copy Prince and do what he does.
Oh, you gonna copy Prince or should I copy Prince?
If you have Bomb Burst, you know what to do.
Okay. Well, all right. I'll let you do that. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. And as I always say, this is the rise of Lord Master Starscream saying, Seekers, transform and rain fire, and the rest is to Shamar now.
Full screen. Put me on solo layout.
Yeah, I need to do that. Anyways.
Yes! Don't forget to like and subscribe to me and Starscream for more chaos, because chaos will be en route. And if you do not like, comment, and subscribe on this stream or in our videos or shorts, then we will eat you. Starscream must eat you, and I will kill you for this reason.
Yeah.